you can't even get it. Maxed Hardcore Iron Man, and we didn't even die to fire twice. Only once were we bested by fire. Charge! Balls! I teleported! What? That's small. Boom! Oh my god! What the fuck? I'm critting. That's it. Done. Let's go! Yes! That's an 80 solo. Done. Woo! Dude! Did I win? Yes! Let's freaking go, dude! That is a level 78 combat Zuck Cape completed. There we freaking go, dude. That's the record. Let's go, dude. Oh, that was so sick. Come on, that was so sick. We're going to the bone zone, baby. We ball. What? Do you think there's an increased drop chance if you kill him with the cores? Oh! This one's for the believers. Here we go. Yes! Oh my god! For the believers! Yes! Let's go! Eldritch crossbow done! For the believers! Rise up! We're green! Let's go, dude. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yes, let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! Yes! Okay, back to the G! Quick! All right, ready? 3, 2, done! Yes! Boom! It's done! We are tall and bowly, baby! Yes! We did it! We did it! We got the Sarah combo! Yes, dude! Necromancy is a brand new combat style, released into RuneScape on August 7th, 2023. You get both of these in one tick, I'll sub. Done. Go. Done. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can go. Good morning, gamers. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back. How is everybody doing today? Welcome in. Eric, thank you very much for the 37 months. I appreciate it. Danacron, thank you for the 7. Dark Rita, thank you for the 2. Krill, thank you for the 67. Very much appreciated. Coach, thank you so much for the 21. I appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. How are we doing? Holy stream element spam. That was crazy. I heard we're back. What is going on? Druin, what's up, Nairhead? What's up, Novatrix? What's up, Reshimu? How are you doing, Wands? How are you, Argox? Abadu, how's it going? Dupard, what's good? Sherbert, welcome to the stream. Doric, what's good? Corminism, what's good? Dark Ray, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. Druin, thank you for the 61 months. I appreciate it. What do I think of Temporal Anomaly? I haven't played it yet because I have been recovering from RuneFest and some other stuff too, to be honest. But yeah, welcome everyone. Bye, Sam. It was nice chatting. Wow. Okay. We have an absolute ton to talk about. So first things first, I think what I want to do today is I want to react to the RuneFest keynote for our side because there were some insane things in there and I haven't even properly processed it. I wanted to talk about the golden gnomes, all that stuff, provide you guys a bit of a life family update kind of thing. And then I also wanted to make some huge announcements relating to our group Iron Man Locked In because there are some big things going on there too. Hi, Irish. Thank you for the 92 months. I appreciate it. It was great to see you this past weekend. But yeah, welcome everyone. Meme Lord, yes, someone walked up to me and said, "This is from Meme Lord," and then showed me a meme. It was absolutely insane. A deeply unexpected turn of events. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hi, OmniGoku, appreciate it. Thank you guys for the hype train. Befowler, thank you for the 69 months. Very nice. It was great to see you too. Shame I couldn't say bye, but time was not permitting. It was a crazy weekend. Honestly, next time, Anna and I are going to stay longer. I don't care. We are going to stay longer. Yeah, dude, we even met Jack Taz. Do you guys remember from the Twitch stream like 2.5 years ago? There was a guy that would keep coming in and saying, don't forget to feed the fish. And then I didn't do it, and then the fish died. Yeah, bro came up to me to confront me in person, which was absolutely unhinged, but you know, these things happen. Heard you in love with Don's sword? Yeah, that thing was insane. Of course I was. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well, is doing good. So here's a question. Do y'all want to see some of the RuneFest loot? Because maybe that would be a good way to start things off today. Is there going to be a video of the combat panel? I think so. I hope so. Hi, Jammer. Thank you for the 92 months. I hope you didn't catch the rune flu. I actually think I dodged it. I think I dodged it because I had Anna bring hand sanitizer, and we were just going crazy. But yeah, welcome everyone. I missed you guys. Of course, it was a good trip, but it was also a bit of a long trip. So it's really nice to be back into the swing of things. Something you may notice is I am currently playing on the group Iron Man locked in because the group Iron Man is now back in full swing. So I am going to go finish off Combat Mastery. What that means is we're just going to have to stream more. But I also want to be primarily focusing on the group Iron Man because I feel like I was a bad GIM member, not really playing for several weeks heading up to RuneFest. I don't know anyone who got the flu. Some of the Jagex people got the rune flu for sure. But yeah, we are very much back. It's really, really nice to see everyone. I miss you guys. It was great to meet all of the awesome, fantastic people I got to meet as well. Something else I wanted to say too is everyone was just super, super nice, both to me and to Anna as well, which is like a really cool thing. That's just like an added bonus, but really is super appreciated. Omid is currently dead. Oh no, too bad. That's the thing too, though. You know, the people that spend a lot of time streaming and not a lot of time, like, I'm not calling Omid a cave dweller. I promise I fit into the same category. No one has an immune system. So it is extremely easy to get the rune flu. It is an exceptionally easy thing to have happen. But yeah, it was really, really fun. Honestly, I missed RuneFest in general. RuneFest is something that, you know, always was very, very near and dear to my heart. Something that really meant a lot to me. It was always the most fun weekend of the year. And to not have it for 5.5 years, it was just too long. So many people that I just never had an opportunity to see. I didn't have an opportunity to, you know, hang out with or you know, connect with for many, many years. And I've got to say, it was so cool being able to interact with people from the community and see people. It was just an absolute honor. It was so cool to do. Everyone was super nice. There were so many people who were coming up to me and saying hi. A lot of people came up and were like, I watched your Zuck guide. And then I was like, did it help? Uh-oh. Casby, thank you for the 44 months. Appreciate it. Glad I didn't get sick since I'm pregnant. Yeah, that wouldn't be so good. Megsy, that would be a little so optimal. Good on you for dodging that. But yeah, I really hope there's a RuneFest next year. Maybe it's in 18 months, whatever it is. I hope there is one. I will be there. It was great. Something that happened too that was very, I think, humbling for both myself and for Protox is we had a meet and greet on the final day, on the Sunday. And we were the only RuneScape 3 people that got like a meet and greet slot. So not like a hangout by the campfire community meetup slot, but an actual formal meet and greet with like a queue and a lineup and all this stuff. And both of us the whole time leading into it, we're like, wait, what if like no one goes to this? That is going to be extremely awkward because the people after us were like settled in Jimmy. And it's like, oh boy, you know, it was a little stressful leading into that. But both of us had to talk about it. It's like, well, at least we're in this one together. If we need to just combine them into one joint meet and greet, we'll make it work. But it was like, it actually moved me to a ridiculous point to find out that there was quite literally a lineup of like 30 to 50 people And the meet and greet literally went over time in order to meet everybody and take a photo with everybody that waited in line. Just the idea that anyone would even wait in a 1 minute line to hang out with me for a couple minutes and chat with me and take a photo. It was just like, it was the nicest, most humbling experience ever. It made me like just really, really happy, to be honest. It was just really cool. Not something I've obviously ever experienced before either. Like I've never done a meet and greet, and nor did I think or expect that people would actually go to such a thing. So it was really, really cool. Other than that, it was really nice seeing friends that I hadn't seen in 5.5 years. That was really, really awesome too. So seeing Kitsune and Zadie and Irish Dragon and Cash and Jamma and Sahel and the whole crew from previous RuneFests, it was awesome. So yeah, that was sort of the rundown of what RuneFest was like. It was really cool. Got there early to make sure I could meet you. Thank you for everything you do in the community. Very much appreciated. It was super nice to meet you as well. It was just a crazy whirlwind of a day. The one thing that I wish had happened is I wish I'd had more time, because it was very, like, it was supposed to be rushed, but I wish I'd had I wish RuneFest had been like 3 days, because I would have loved a little more time to see the venue. I would have loved a little more time to just have conversations with people, but it was really, really cool. Just to be able to get out in the community and meet so many awesome people. And the other thing too is I think in the day-to-day RuneScape, sometimes you get barraged with a lot of nonsense and a lot of kind of hate and a lot of disdain and a lot of all that kind of stuff. And I think every content creator faces that. And it's a really, really good, solid reminder that even if people on the internet are barraging you with nonsense, the truth is, like, I don't know, I came out of it feeling very appreciated and very valued in a way that I hadn't in probably ever, to be honest with you. It was just really cool from that perspective too, just getting to meet actual people, actual humans that appreciated the work that I've done, or the things that I've done, or the stupid things that I've done, or the mistakes that I've made. It was really, really cool. Let's go with Jetting. Thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate it. Orange Maniac, thank you so much for the 5 months. I appreciate it. We are so back. I agree. Did I meet Settled? I think I said hi to him briefly. I met him at last RuneFest though. But yeah, no, I didn't spend too much time with him this time around. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to address. We've got a lot of drama. No, I'm kidding. It's not actually drama. But yeah, it was really cool. So the first thing that happened, the other thing too, is I'm going to talk you guys through some of the loot from RuneFest, because I got some loot to show off, which is, I think is a pretty cool thing. Not every RuneFest ends with loot, to be honest with you. So would you guys be down for a little loot from RuneFest moment? How many people called you short? Actually, okay, I know you're referencing the Bunny Bob clip. Funny thing about that is, in general, the majority of people that came up to me, and I mean this genuinely, said, wow, you're actually taller than I expected. There were at least 3 or 4 people that said that. I will also say I had to take some photos with some like very, very tall people, and deeply, deeply, deeply embarrassingly for me, sometimes it would be like a 6'6" person from the Netherlands. One dude got on his knees so that we were even in height. So anyway, I hope that the photo, there were lots of photos. I probably took like 150 photos, which was so cool to be able to do. If you are someone that has seen or knows any of the ones with some very funny verticality, let me know. I don't mind getting flamed. I would retire. Look, it happens. It happens. Someone was so drunk they thought I was Ryan because I was holding his golden nobe. Ah, that's very good. But yeah, no, it was all really, really fun. It was all really, it was all in good spirits too. Okay. So I guess should we show some photos? I don't know. There wasn't a lot I wanted to say other than like I got to meet a bunch of really cool people and connect with people I hadn't met in a very long time. That was really cool. A lot of the content creators that I watched and I really like love their content. That was cool as well for me to just be like in this same room with these people and just like constantly going like, whoa. Luna, thank you for the gift sub out to Argox. I appreciate it. You're still 6 foot in my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, some people were just taking the photos and then other people were like stooping lower and lower, which was really funny. But yeah, I'll share a couple photos really quick and then we can get into the loot. Mr. Moose, thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate it. I will admit you were taller than I thought. See? I'm putting it out there. But yeah, let's do this. Okay, terrible platform, but this is where the photos are. So, alas. So, this was Anna and I after the Golden Gnomes. They had a real-life IRL recreation of the Varrock Fountain, and I just think that's extremely cool. I'm a big fan of that. So, yeah, took a nice little photo there. Very cool, very nice. Oh, this is a very cool one for me. I got to meet Bodhi. I mean, obviously I've met him before. I've met him at all kinds of different things, but I got to like actually chat with him and take a photo with him because at the last RuneFest, I was really playing it cool. I wasn't taking photos with people because I was like, oh, we'll see each other next year anyway. It feels kind of weird to ask. And then this year, after 5.5 years, it was like, nope, getting the photo. I am getting the photo. Hypers, and thank you for the sub. Unimportant Gaming, thank you for the 93. I appreciate you. Kitsune, thank you for the 93. Tier 3, you freaking legend. It was great to meet you. He looks like a cardboard cutout. He does. That's when you're actually tall and manly. I think that's what happens. But yeah, this is right after the Golden Gnomes. But yeah, Bodhi is one of the people that inspired me a lot when I was first starting out. And also one of the people that was super nice to me when he had no need to be. Like when I was the only RS3 person back in the day at a lot of these things with all old school people, he would always make a point to like call me over, offer to buy me a drink, sit with me, ask me about RuneScape 3. And like, I just really appreciated that because he could have very easily casted me out and made me feel unwelcome. And instead he did the exact opposite. So anyway, Bodhi is a freaking legend. He's the GOAT RuneScape content creator in history. So yeah, anyway, got a photo with him because I felt like that was the right thing to do. So yeah, that is what happened. Other than that, any other photos? I didn't take that many photos. These are just screenshots from the stream, to be honest. As you can tell by the extremely high quality in all of them, the absolute max quality. Dude, the game show, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was called RuneQuest. Bro, there were some really funny moments. I don't know if I want to watch it back though, because I'm going to like cringe out of my skin. But I believe this was C Engineer and I watching the clip of me selling Pippin for death runes. And the whole Twitch chat was just blowing up. But yeah, it was really fun for like a first experience of a new thing. Like obviously it was a new idea. I thought it was fun. I thought there were some good memes. I thought that overall, I thought the product was pretty good. One thing I will say that made the watching experience way worse than the in-person experience is the in-person crowd was like, I don't know, a couple thousand people. And the crowd was super, super into it. The crowd was loud. People were cheering. People were laughing. People were yelling stuff. Like it was a really, really great crowd. The problem is the crowd wasn't mic'd. And because of that, even for things like the Golden Gnomes, it was really, really quiet. So it sounded like all of the jokes were like falling really, really flat, but they actually weren't. So that was a really cool thing too, just to get a chance to do that. And the Cookies and Cia Engineer and Torvesta, who I either hadn't met or hadn't seen in many years, they're all super nice. And it was nice getting to catch up with them a little bit and hang out with them too. So that was cool. I also got to take a photo with all of the OGs, which is really, really fun. All the homies from RuneFest 1 and RuneFest 2 in 2018 and 2019. It was just really cool to see everybody again. So that was definitely a highlight for me, is just getting to see the people that I hadn't seen in forever. How long was I in the UK for? Like 48 hours at most. Yeah, I was in the UK. I left on Thursday night. I got into the UK Friday at midday. And I left Sunday at 5 a.m. So yeah, Friday midday, Saturday midday, Sunday midday. Yeah, so like less than 60 hours I was in the UK for. And then obviously travel each way is like 18 hours. So next year I'm definitely going to tack on a couple days on each side. But yeah, it was cool. It was also really cool to get to introduce Anna to a lot of friends, because that's my wife, Anna, if you didn't know. And yeah, it was really fun getting to introduce her to people, because, you know, that isn't something that I had the chance to do when you're, you know, recently married to someone that you meet on a video game. She'd never been to a RuneFest. So yeah, she had a really, really good time too. She enjoyed herself. I'm trying to find her Twitter because she posted some photos. I thought she did anyway. I found it. Haha. Bro, Mr. and Mrs. Guy is a crazy caption, I'm just saying. But yeah. Okay, a lot of these are repeat photos, but yeah, we got to hang out, we got to spend some time together. It was really fun. It was really nice. Also, if you're wondering why I was wearing PVME merch, bootleg PVME merch, by the way, it's because I was hosting a combat panel, and I thought it would be funny to wear PVME merch to a combat panel. Just because, I mean, they won the Community Champion Award, and I just figured it would be kind of fun. I had it in my suitcase. I packed it, and yeah, I thought it would be well-fitting for the combat panel, which brings us, though, to the reason why I needed attire for the combat panel. The reason I needed attire for the combat panel is because, are you ready? Oh, man. I'm about to show you a cursed relic. Also, can you guys hear me? Yes, I think you can. Okay, cool. I mic'd myself for this because I know my microphone, like my regular microphone, is not very good for when I have to travel a bit. Okay. Oh, do I have some relics. All right. So, the reason why I needed some attire for RuneFest, also, wait, is it too loud? Is it not loud enough? Is it way too loud? I can fix it. It's too loud. There, that's better. Okay, cool. So this is an extremely cursed relic. The reason why I needed to figure out what to wear to the combat panel is when I was a JMod, I was meant to be hosting that panel as a member of RuneFest staff. So I have a RuneFest staff shirt that says Mod RS Guy on the back that I will literally never be able to wear for any purpose. But I mean, it was nice of them to give it to me because, like, they had it made anyway. We may as well. Like, they may as well give it to me. But yeah, so at some point, I'm going to see if I can iron off the mod part or, like, redact it with a Sharpie. But yeah, I got this passed to me on the Friday night. I was like, okay, I can never wear this for anything, no matter what. But at least, if that wasn't a pretty clear indication that there were no hard feelings, it was, yeah, no, pretty funny. Former or mod RS guy apostrophe int would be really funny. X mod RS guy, either way, it'd be really funny. But yeah, anyway, I had this, and that's why I needed to wear something else for the combat panel. But yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of a cool relic. The other thing is, everyone at RuneFest got, this is a full-blown backpack, dude. Like, it is a full, look at that. Think about how many Zamorak leeches you could fit in here, which I was pretty impressed by. Like, it actually is nice. I will absolutely use it in the future. Pmod or SK works. Well, here's the thing. I don't like to hype up the fact that I'm a player moderator because, you know, I'm not as into that. Okay. Next piece of loot is an actual relic. These are the books that we were given from RuneFest 2018. These green ones. I think it was RuneFest 2018. It's empty. But what happened is I left mine in the UK. I didn't have space to bring it home with me. And Cash held on to it for 6.5 years. Which allows us to do a comparison. Because now we can compare the 2018 book to the 2025 book. And we can determine which book is better. So, 2018. All right, it's a book. Not bad. It's got paper in it. Are you ready for 2025? Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The 2025 one is about 100 times nicer. It is actually insane how much it's got. It's magnetized. Yeah. So anyway, 2025 wins. I always like to keep these books. I don't, just because I'm the book bearer. I don't use them for that much, but every so often, if I'm trying to take notes on something, grab a book. You prefer the green one. Interesting. I think the 2018 people are coping. I think there's some cope going on. The new one is thicker. It's a hardcover. This guy's a little floppy, but fair enough. Either way, feel free to make your own assessment. We also got this really cool book that is totally going to focus. Welcome to RuneFest, event floor, and then it had all of the different skill chips, how to earn them, merch store, all that kind of stuff, schedule. I don't think there are any appearances of me in here. I don't think, other than that I was listed as a person with a meet and greet because I had a very, very scary meet and greet that I was very scared of. But yeah, cool. Next piece of loot I got. This is the RuneFest hoodie, and I am not a huge zip-up hoodie guy, but it is like so thick, the stuff that's put on it. It's actually got like texture, like it comes out kind of like it's acrylic. It feels extremely high quality, and it's very, very soft and very, very comfortable. Actually a really nice hoodie. So anyway, I was happy to get one of these, and I will absolutely wear it. Even though I don't actually really like zip-up hoodies in general, I am making an exception. It's a beautiful hoodie, and it is a great way to commemorate a freaking amazing weekend. Okay. Ooh, we've got a few more relics. Okay. The next relic I'm gonna bring is extreme. I'm glad they had kid sizes for you. I will have you know that is an adult size small, so you can leave me alone. I'm just putting it out there. Okay. So the next relic I will be bringing forward, this is an extremely cool one. So we're gonna do this one first, because this one is I think people are gonna be pretty hyped about this. So this was my trophy for being bad at RuneQuest. I will say though, I think I finished 3rd overall, and considering I got 0 points on the first round, I feel okay about being 3rd overall. It's just like it's a plastic 3D printed kind of thing. So I can say I was part of the first ever RuneQuest, and absolutely in the future, this will make an appearance in my backdrop somewhere. Okay, next relic. So this is a really cool one. If there aren't socks, you're right. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't get any socks, but Anna got 2 pairs, okay? So, was the backpack from being a mod? No, everyone who walked in got a free backpack, I believe. I think everyone just got a backpack. It looks like your video is mirrored. It is. It is. I can't unmirror it just for this. So, something that Legos had asked me about. I'm dropping this hair tie repeatedly. Legos asked me if there was any way, because he was on the World for Sammy team. He asked me if there was any possible way I could get the screenshot of the World for Sammy like graphic signed by the leads who made Zamorak. And fortunately, after the combat panel, I had just enough time to pull these bad boys out of my bag, and I have 4 sets of 104 signed Beta Fox, Legos, Yo-Man, and Manly Died, signed by Mod Sponge and Mod Ramen, that I'm going to be shipping off to them. Which, on one hand, is extremely cool, because, like, that would be very, very sick to, like, just have and, like, frame and hang up. And on the other hand, I'm kind of annoyed because the second I had this done, I was like, wait, I should have done more for other people's stuff, for my own stuff. Like, I got 4 of these signed, and they're all being shipped off to the 4 people. So, anyway, maybe next year I'll think of something that I would like to try to get people to sign, and I can see what I can do there. But yeah, pretty cool, right? Oh no, did people get an ad? Uh-oh. Tragedy. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the ad to end, and then we can talk about the golden gnomes. We can address the drama and the controversy surrounding the golden gnomes. But yeah, so that was my main loot. I also have skill chips somewhere. I have no idea where they went, to be honest. They're not in here though. No, there isn't really actually drama. But actually, you know what we should do first? I think we should do this. So what I would like to do is first, I thought it might make sense to, because I do want to watch the keynote today and an episode of the RS Showdown today too. But I think what might be nice to do is, I wanted to say some things about the golden gnomes that I didn't have a chance to say during the presentation. So for my final actual show and tell, if possible, I would like to show the golden gnomes, the ones that I took home and that we took home, and then coming out of that, I would like to actually show you the gnomes themselves, and then I wanted to talk a little bit more about them as well, because there was a lot I didn't have a chance to say. When you go up there and you have a few seconds to talk and to speak about the golden gnomes, and you're in front of like 3,000 people, most of which don't care, it just, it wasn't the right format for it. So I wanted to very quickly touch on that a little bit too. Okay, we're coming up in just a second. Okay. First off, this is very cool for me because Mod Breezy is very, very awesome and one of my favorite people.
Back at RuneFest again, doing the golden gnomes. Best RuneScape video maker is quite the award, and we are incredibly lucky to have such a wonderful community of content creators out there who keep us entertained day in and day out. So,
okay, close to a month in and month out, but
without further ado, here are the nominees for Best RuneScape Video Maker.
Oh, so you guys have audio, yeah? I think so.
Protoss to the divination skill in which you're...
Okay, sorry. Can I just say, I don't know. I don't think anyone got to choose which clips or which footage were used for these things, but as just a general thing, it was really funny seeing I think Prodox's clip was him randomly talking about divination. Mine was a random intro from a guide, which as someone that spent most of the year not making guides and most of the year making content, I thought it was ultimately it doesn't matter, but I definitely didn't feel representative of a lot of the people that were chosen. Not that that is important.
To swap out high-level weapon components for others through transmutation. This change is somewhat hidden because you're not able to see the
RS Guide.
Extremely low-level beginner guide to the Gate of Lidness. This guide will show you the absolute minimum that's required to get smooth, consistent kills. If you're looking for your first kills, or you've made a new account for Group Iron Man mode, you've come to the right place.
Iron Araxor.
Iron Man Reaper Race.
Also, really quick, if you pull up the chat for this, I want you to know everyone was saying Protox W, Protox or rigged, which is reasonable. Protox is the absolute largest YouTube video creator in RuneScape, and I was also thinking Protox got this one in the bag. Dude, I love that Protox was random guide snippet. Me, random guide snippet. Iron or Axor, beautiful blender montage. Which was very interesting. Which honestly I was happy with, because Iron or Axor is like the thing that he does so much better than everybody else is his blender work. It's very impressive.
Wuzzy.
Cash. Today should be a double cash level day, by the way. That's my first one, and I get more than 20k pairs, so by the end of the day, we'll be 65, which is one step closer to invention.
Good thing he didn't show the old school RuneScape chat. Okay, so here's the thing about the old school RuneScape chat. All right, as an individual that gets along with a lot of the old school players and gets along with a lot of the old school chatters, there is this sort of immaturity when it comes to RuneScape 3. And I'm just going to say it is going to be really, really, really awkward when all of the chatters who spent the entire Golden Gnomes crapping on everything related to RS3 lose their favorite streamers to RuneScape 3 leagues for 3 months or 2 months or whatever it is. I'm just telling you right now, it is going to be real awkward. And I very much look forward to it. It's going to be great. But yeah, so for this one, it was funny. Prodox and I were chatting before it, and Prodox came up to me and he was like, I think you've got this one. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, this is crazy. But I will say this. I had a chance to chat with Prodox a good bit over RuneFest. He's super nice. He's also super humble. And I did just want to put that out there that like, he was super cool to actually get to sit down and chat with. He's a good dude.
Beautiful. Right. The Golden Gnome for Best RuneScape Video Maker goes to...
Did someone yell Ryan? Wait a second. What?
Beautiful. Right. The Golden Gnome for Best RuneScape Video Maker goes to...
Wait, was that you? I think that was you. You know what? I'll take it. You must have yelled that so loud because the crowd wasn't mic'd. Yeah, you might be the GOAT. That is what we love to see. That is absolutely what we love to see. No, something I will say. So Goody and the rest of the friend group, so Goody's partner and Kitsune and Zadie, were quite specifically lost their voices because they were annoyed that RuneScape was getting louder that Old School was getting louder cheers than RuneScape 3. So they literally lost their voices during the Golden Gnomes, cheering for every single RuneScape gnome. Which, I'm just saying, that is exactly what we need. That is what we need. That is Omega Giga based and very appreciated.
The RS guy.
Okay, just putting that out there right now. Dude, I love the death stare from Jimmy. I did not know that this was part of the broadcast. I had absolutely no idea that they were going to point a camera like towards the crowd. So the way I found out that this was a part of the gnomes was because my family group chat was bullying me about it after. But yeah, it is what it is. These things happen. I also do need to apologize because I think during one of the later gnomes, I think it was one of the Old School ones. So I think we're safe there, but I definitely was on my phone responding to messages. So that I was just not aware that it was a camera situation. How cool to have your wife with you? Yeah, it was really, really cool. It was absolutely sick. It was super, super cool. Okay. Wait, this one is way more fun with the chat open too. Because everyone is just spamming rigged. Wait, it's so... What? Holy... I'm being booed. I'm being rigged for sure. I'm being scammed. Boo. I like this one. Wazzy would have been unexpected because that's Wazzy's thing. We got some... We've got rigs from people that have been in this community for like a decade too, which I think is really funny as well. To be fair, if I had been in chat, I would have been yelling rig too. But I do want to highlight the one person that said, ooh, he got a nice lady. I would like to applaud one individual in the chat for, you know what? I appreciate it. And you know what? Anna saw it too, and she appreciated it too. She was like, yeah, you did. Can you elaborate what happened with the stage thing? How people are walking down the wrong side? Why did everyone have to leave the stage on one side? So the reason that happened is because the golden gnomes,
The RS guy.
were rigged. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. So the reason why that happened is because that was a joke. But yeah, so the reason it happened is because the golden gnome that they hand you is a fake golden gnome. So it is not the actual gnome that you take home. The gnome that you take home is in a big box that they hand you backstage. So they hand you a gnome, you pose with it, you thank them, whatever, and then you have to go backstage to swap the fake gnome for a real gnome in a big box. So that is why Omid's gnome broke. He didn't actually receive a broken gnome. It was just the same gnome that 30 people before him touched. But yeah. Honestly, I was surprised you won that. Really thought it would go to Raxor. So the thing about Iron Raxor is that a lot of, like, I think he probably wins it next year if he continues at the pace that he's going on. But the RuneScape Showdown first episode was after voting for the Golden Gnomes closed. And that was unlucky timing, but also if you just look at the size of the channels, that's why I was expecting it to go to Protox, because Protox has the biggest channel, and his channel is 30% bigger than mine, or 40% bigger than mine. And then my channel, and then my channel is like 2 or 3 times bigger than Wazi's channel and Iron Raxor's channel. And ultimately the gnomes just come down to the size of your channel, right? There's no artistry, there's no panel of judges, it's purely just who gets the most votes. So yeah. That is a part of it. That is sort of the way that it goes. Thank you, No Friends, for the 90 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, okay, continuing. Dude, the chat is so unhappy. You'll love to see it. Bro, someone flame my outfit. What do you mean? Wow. You can tell how nervous I was. I did not prepare anything because I just didn't have the ability to. And I also thought that, like, if I have to waste mental energy on a speech for an award that I didn't win, that would kind of suck. So I was very nervous for this part.
Thank you so much. I first want to just thank Nathan and Pup because they've contributed so much to my channel the last few years. I absolutely would not be accepting this award without all of the hard work they put into the channel, and I'm super excited to share this with both of them. Outside of that, I just wanted to just give some respect to the other nominees because it's a stacked category. There's so much incredible RuneScape 3 video content coming out in the last few years, and yeah, I just really appreciate everyone supporting me and everyone voting for me. Thanks, guys.
Woohoo! Let's go! Bro, I love... So the people that are spamming rigged, right? It is I would say 25% people from my community that are just finding it funny. It is 25%, I think, people that don't have the ability to critically think, which is fine. It happens. And then I think a good chunk of it, too, is quite literally people that I know for a fact are banned chatters in my chat. And, yeah. That is pretty funny. But yeah, so I did want to talk about that. It does not bug me whatsoever. I think anyone that knows me whatsoever knows I would feel absolutely terrible accepting an award that was rigged. It was community nominated and community voted. And instead of focusing on the people that are spamming rigged for whatever reason, if you fail the critical thinking rule, you fail the critical thinking rule. It's all good. I did genuinely want to thank everyone who voted for me for this one. This was the only reason I was in the Golden Gnomes. I've won the best streamer a lot of the time. I've won that one a number of times. And also in previous years, I've taken myself out of the running for the Golden Gnomes for that one too. And the reason I wanted to be in the Golden Gnomes this year was because when I was working full-time with Jagex, and by the way, this was another one. So someone said that me having a full-time job for 7 months where I had no time gave me an advantage. Which, I would consider it a massive debuff personally, to just not have any time to make content, or nearly as much. But yeah, if you don't think about it, it makes sense. But as soon as you start thinking about it, the fact that we were able to take home, this is my first time ever winning a Golden Gnome for YouTube, on a year where I had less time than any other year in the last 10 or 12 to make videos. One, it really means a lot. And like, obviously I put in a lot of really, really long late nights. Obviously I worked really hard, but more than that, the reason the thing I opened up my speech with saying was a thank you to Nathan and Pup, because that's the only reason I was in the Golden Gnomes. The only reason, like I don't necessarily want to put myself through a chat calling me rigged and calling me mean things and saying mean things about me and commenting on my wife and all this stuff. Like, that's not that's not my favorite thing in the universe. Obviously, but I fully went into the Golden Gnome season this year expecting to be pulling out of them. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it wasn't fair to the people that carried my channel for 7 months when I didn't have time because I was working full time. And that's Nathan and Pup. And they made an absolute ton of videos where these are products that would take me 15 hours to make myself. And with their help, these videos would take me 5 hours. And then they would spend like 12 plus hours on these videos too. Like, if you go to my channel right now, ready? That's a Nathan video. That's a me video. That's a Nathan video. That's a Pup video. Nathan. This was Nathan and I. Nathan. This one was one of mine. That one was Nathan. This one was mine. That was Pup. That was Nathan. That was Pup. That was Nathan. That was Nathan. That was Pup. That was me. Do you see what I mean? Like, if you look at my last year, I would have had 3 times fewer videos without the work that they put in. So yeah, that is why I wanted to be in the Golden Gnomes this year. And I honestly didn't think we would win. Because like Protox is just an absolute unit and he's won it many times before. But yeah, if you're wondering why I wanted to be in the Gnomes and open myself up to a lot of nonsense, that would be why. And, I'm just so proud of them. Like, genuinely, I've never won anything for YouTube, and it's not a surprise to me that I've never won anything for YouTube because I'm not a good YouTuber, and they have managed to help me so much with the content. They've made such a big difference. And obviously everything that goes out on my channel is a collaborative effort, right? Like, everything is worked on together as a group. It's not like the videos are just magically going out. I just send the VODs. I'm probably putting 5 hours of work into each video, but those videos don't come out without Nathan and without Pub. So yeah, that was very cool. And I was just really, really excited to win because that was the one that I wanted. And that was the one that meant the most to me. So it was cool to be able to get up on stage and thank the people that made it possible. Okay. So that was the YouTuber one. And then what happened is I went backstage. I swapped out my fake gnome for the real gnome. And then after swapping out my fake gnome for the real gnome, I had to go do like an interview at a different part of the venue. And I was slightly scared that I was going to miss the next golden gnome that I was like up for. But didn't happen. So I got back to my seat in time, carrying like a massive box, by the way. Hi, Tusley. Thank you for 70 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, so then this was the streamer one. Hi, Taz. Thank you for the 30 months. It was nice to see you. Shakes hand.
Hello. You having a good time? Hang on. It's been 5 years. I want it to sound like the Falador riots in here. Are you having a good time?
Now, some of you spotted, I have been lurking a few streams around, and I've really enjoyed them recently, but I've had no impact on this outcome of this, I promise. Go ahead, Malco.
All right, these are the nominees for the best RuneScape streamer.
Wuzzy.
Oh my god, this is such a run. Go, 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 go. Go! Oh, 1326. Let's freaking go.
Your boy Dakota.
That sound is insane, by the way. Also, can I just say, I wish any clip but this one was picked. This, I probably reacted a little stronger than I needed to for this one. And the fact that this was the clip that was used. The second it started playing, I was like, oh no.
The RS guy.
I'm gonna turn droppers?
Oh, double limb! Oh my god! Oh my god, a double limb! We can transmute it! That's 2/3 of an Eldritch crossbow!
Crystal.
You know, they always say to have like low expectations.
And the winner is the RS guy.
Wait, this is my first time seeing chat. How's chat doing? I think chat's doing pretty fine. No, we're chilling. It's like the same. I think now the people that were like joking about spamming rigged stopped, and then now the only people left are the, you know? Wait, chat is crazy. Oh, man. Wait, I'm getting cooked. I'm actually getting cooked, chat. You're never supposed to read the comment section. Yeah, like here's the thing. It's all good. Like, I think the most important thing is that I know it wasn't rigged, and all of you guys know it wasn't rigged, and I would reckon most sensible individuals know it wasn't rigged, and I feel like that's probably the only thing that is terribly important, but oh man. But yeah. It is what it is, what it is. How did I rig it? That's a good question. We could talk about that after.
Okay, thank you all so much. I just wanted to thank everyone that voted for me, everyone who nominated me in the community, but I also wanted to just thank everyone who's been someone who's ever watched my stream. I've been streaming RuneScape 3 specifically on Twitch for 10 years, and that's an insanely long time to be able to do anything. And Depose fan 420 said, so cute and small.
Also, can I say, I love the people that are in the RuneScape 3 chat saying they should only do old school. What is this? Because this was literally being broadcast on the old school channel. And they went to they took a wrong turn.
I just feel so lucky and privileged to be able to wake up every morning and stream RuneScape. So thank you all so much. This really means a lot to me.
Okay, Steph. What short man can become? Have I checked out the old school stream comments? I'm kind of scared to. Should I? Do I want to know? Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Whatever, man. Wait, before we do it, really quick, I did want to show you guys the gnomes. And I did want to say a couple things about them too. Ugh, I almost dropped my headset, but I caught it, so it's fine. Okay. Okay. So these are the golden gnomes. They're actually really nice this year. They're super heavy. Unfortunately, I had to take them out of the box they were in order to actually bring them home. Like I wrapped them in hoodies and threw them in my knapsack. And unfortunately, the second I got home, I had to glue them back together because the pointy bit kind of came off. But fortunately, nothing a little Gorilla Glue can't fix. But yeah, if you want to compare them to some of the past gnomes from a long time ago, I think these are the nicest ones. They're a lot smaller than... what did security say? They actually stopped me. Chat. This man stopped me at security and said, "What are these gnomes? Are they like a decoration for a garden?" And I was like, they're... I was at a gaming convention. They came from a gaming convention. And then he asked me like a million questions, and then he had to pull them out and then like swab them with his little metal detecty thing. But yeah, so that was definitely part of it. I think they're wood on the inside, but they're definitely like metal on the outside, which is pretty cool. They're pretty heavy. But yeah, if you wanted to compare them to, I need to figure out how to put these down without breaking them. If you wanted to compare them to the gnomes of the past, I'm the wrong person to ask for a lot of them, but this was 2021. This one's a lot lighter, and then it actually says my name on it, which is kind of cool. But yeah, way lighter, like definitely. I think the new ones are really cool. This one was cool too, because it was pretty unique. And then the 2019 and 2020 ones weigh like 8 or 9 pounds, and they're solid pewter. It doesn't even fit into, look at this thing. So this was the one that I didn't think I'd be able to smuggle home because it's basically a weapon. And this is also the one, this is the first golden gnome that I ever won. You can see it doesn't look very gold anymore. It's because it's solid silver pewter and it's painted gold. And after accepting it, I was holding it like this. And then when I took my hand off of it, my whole hand was gold. So that was the backstory to that. But yeah, no, I thought these ones were, I think these were the best ones. Just in terms of like, they were very small and very compact. And they're very shiny as well. Yeah, pretty solid. They've got the RuneFest little icon and dragon thing too. Pretty cool. Oh, okay. Okay.
I love.
Are they engraved? They are not engraved. They're just standard. If you can't accept them in person, can they ship them to you? Yes. I would assume you get it shipped to yourself. I don't know because I was actually able to be there in person. Should we check the old school chat? The things I do for you guys at the detriment and cost of my mental well-being. Okay, this is the rune quest.
Actually, completely true. I had that interaction and then I was asleep.
Sea engineer. Hello.
Wait, actually, I want to see everybody flaming me for doing this wrong because this was really funny.
We'll have.
Yeah,
I was doing great. I was fantastic, and now I believe I may have made a critical error in my understanding of the prompt, perhaps. But we'll have to leave it up to the judge to decide.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see what you brought for us.
Claiming technical interference already.
Ain't no way.
I can see why you've put help in front of you. I think that helps with the picture.
Is that a decoy? That's the question.
No,
I don't think it is.
Right
I think that's pretty much the obvious answer, that one. So what happened there? It's just a miscommunication?
Well, I mean, disguise could be interpreted in a number of different ways, and
Yes.
I felt like, I'd be pretty hidden away. I felt like maybe if you were very keen-eyed, you'd be able to detect me, but, I was hoping to, 10, 15 seconds was the goal.
Wow.
You couldn't find a better screenshot, maybe with better resolution.
Well,
maybe,
here's the thing. I could have grabbed a RuneScape 3 screenshot, but I wanted to be conscious of everyone here from RuneScape and from Old School, so I thought, let's take something that everybody knows and remembers, and maybe they won't be able to know there's a little change, slight difference.
Pulling at the heartstrings. He's pulling at the...
Weak arguments, move on.
Okay, that was solid. That was funny. Wait, what did the old school chat do when I sold my cat for death runes? That's actually what I want to know, because the RuneScape 3 chat was so funny.
And he was scimitar, but yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked all the kind of, yeah.
Oh, this place is actually the worst. There's plague everywhere. Smell really gross. Excuse me, stranger.
Okay, this was one of my best ideas ever.
I'll have some documents that I could borrow. We bring them in. We bought the boat here, we've got the plague, and, we really don't want to impose it anyway. We don't need that many. Maybe if you have like 100, maybe 200, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then myself and my companion, we'll get out of here. If you don't mind, thank you so much. That would be great.
Death runes? That's my dad, by the way. We're in my basement because there was no one else. There was no one else.
As a matter of fact, I do. Right here.
And the death rune it's a piranha bailing sponge for whitewater kayaking. And then I just printed out a death rune and cut it out and then glue it on. What was your dad's reaction? He didn't even see it. He honestly didn't even tune in. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. That's actually that's great. That's awesome. Don't I get the cat?
The cat? Okay. I know it's not a good look, but 100 death runes? That's a steal, man.
Bro, I got booed off the stage.
The cat. Well done. That's the way I was going. Very good. Very good. Was your cat ever seen again?
Sorry?
Was your cat ever seen again?
You'd have to go to West Arty and find out, I guess.
Fine.
My goodness.
Yes. Did you recognize the scene?
What was the name of that cat?
His name is Pippin.
Pippin?
Well, was Pippin.
It was Pippin.
Was.
Okay.
Was.
I mean, oh my word.
You're keeping
the
the
poor face of that cat. It just didn't know what was coming.
No.
That was dark.
We've got one more.
And disturbing,
Indeed.
but also deeply amusing at the same time.
Exactly.
Which that's often the case with RuneScape. Yes. Right.
Right, last creator, we have Z Cookies. Let's.
Someone said cancel RS guy. Deserved. Yeah, so we didn't have a ton of time to get our prompts in, and it was in the middle of like all of the survey stuff too. So I gave myself 1 night to do all 3 prompts. And the fact that I finished 3rd and I actually won one of the prompts, I feel actually pretty good about. I think if I had the opportunity next year, if there is one next year, I think I would go a little harder. But yeah, it was really fun. Okay, I'm assuming every RuneScape 3 Golden Gnome was just getting flamed though. I also want to do the keynote too. Wait, what did Old School react to RS3 leagues?
Brand new theme, and as you travel through the land, beautiful and spooky. Catch them. Oh,
RuneFest, it's amazing.
Wait. The Old School chat was excited. Okay, that's big. I was shocked about the mod pips news. Yeah, I want to talk about that after the RuneFest stuff. I want to talk about that too. Okay, let's see the Old School chat reacting to Golden Gnomes. Let's start there because, oh, I am so scared. All right, chat, are we sure we want to do this to ourselves?
To be back at RuneFest again, doing the Golden Gnomes. Best RuneScape
Thank you,
video
Spider,
maker
for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Was that Austin show? Yeah, he was the
is
host.
quite the award. And we are incredibly lucky to have such a wonderful community of content creators out there who keep...
Bro, the Old School chat's so mean. That's... At least I know it's not just me, but damn. They need to just chill. Genuinely, they need to chill. That's ridiculous.
...us entertained day in and day out. So, without further ado, here are the nominees for Best RuneScape Video Maker.
Protoss. To the divination skill in which you're able to swap.
Come to the right place.
It's my first one, and I get...
Beautiful.
Okay. Chat's fine.
Right.
So actually,
Gnome.
let me set the table on this. Last time I won a Golden Gnome, the Old School chat spammed manlit. So that is how low the bar is.
For Best RuneScape Video Maker goes to the RS guy.
How the hell was the Old School chat nicer to me than the RuneScape 3 chat? How is that possible? Bro, ain't no way. Look, there's some rigged, there's some RSC sucks, there's deserved, there's clap, there's guy got a suit, there's bro is handsome. He bought a GF. The LeBron of RS3?
Wow. Thank you so much. I first want to just thank Nathan and Pup because they've contributed so much to my channel the last few years. I absolutely would not be accepting this award without all of the hard work they put into the channel, and I'm super excited to share this with both of them. Outside of that, I just wanted to just give some respect to the other nominees, because it's a stacked category. There's so much incredible RuneScape 3 video content coming out in the last few years.
Someone said face looks 30, voice looks 9. Someone said, wait, he's straight? Someone else said, someone called me dapper. Very large, very large. Paid for fake GF? You know, I actually think low-key that's kind of a compliment. They're kind of saying that my wife is like cool. I think that's kind of what they're saying there. They're saying that my wife is out of my league, which like, sure, I'll take it. I'm good with that.
Years, and yeah, I just really appreciate everyone supporting me and everyone voting for me. Thanks, guys.
Someone said stolen speech. Bro, someone said gnome getting a gnome. So much aura till he opens his mouth? Okay, genuinely, I think we can genuinely agree. The old school RuneScape chat was nicer. Oh no. Oh no. I might need to do an old school RuneScape arc. Also, it's a pretty low ass bar that is somehow nicer, but yeah, all right. Shout out to the old school chat for actually being nicer than the RS3 one. That's crazy. Okay, let's go to the other one. Don't worry, there's still plenty of time. There is plenty of time. Oh, it's me again. Can I loot share with my group, or is it completely disabled? For GIM, it's disabled, I think.
Nice guy. Woo!
Gnome IRL. Golden Gnomes rig. This guy again. Let's go. This RS guy left Jagex for these rewards. The funny thing about that comment is I could have won the gnomes if I'd stayed at Jagex. But, you know. No, this is fine though. Like, it's a good mix, right? Waited his whole life for this? Bro, what? But never mind. Guys, someone called me handsome. Someone called me Oda. Rigged because he's LGBTQ? Okay, two problems. One, the obvious one, shouldn't matter. Second one, bro, I brought my wife to the front row. What? Unlucky.
Okay, thank you all so much. I just wanted to thank everyone that voted for
Someone call me the GOAT.
me, everyone who nominated me in the community, but I also wanted to just thank everyone who's been someone who's ever watched my stream. I've been streaming RuneScape 3 specifically on Twitch for 10 years, and That's an insanely long time to be able to do anything, and I just feel so lucky and privileged to be able to wake up every morning and stream.
Someone said spacebar. Cleed. Handsome, and then he talks. Try hard.
RuneScape. So thank you all so much. This really means a lot to me.
Okay. I've got to say, I think the old school chat was like, they were definitely like, I don't want to say they were better, but they were definitely like similar. Yeah. Yeah, old school chat had like creative roasts that were funny, and then the RS3 chat was just like, you know? They weren't salty. That's true. There was probably less salt involved. But yeah, anyway. Always interesting to see. I think that went over better than I thought it would. Compared to what happened last time. Last time it was genuinely a bit of a mess, the old school chat. Like, it was so bad that I couldn't send the clips to my family because of the stuff that was going in there. Because it was like, it was either like personal attacks or the way I looked, or it was like racist stuff. And it was like, it was really bad. So comparatively, I would say we got out of this Golden Gnomes, I would say pretty much completely and utterly unscathed. So yeah, we'll take it. We will absolutely take it. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, I think that was pretty much all that I wanted to say about the Golden Gnome stuff. I did want to take a look at the keynote though. If you guys are down, if you guys are open to the keynote is extremely sick. And obviously I was there, but I didn't get to properly listen or react to it. It's a little different when you're in a busy room and there's a lot of stuff happening. Next year will be positive only? No, it won't. It does not matter who wins or what happens. It will not be positive. I guarantee it. And that's okay. It's going to happen. I will say this though, too, genuinely, to any of the people that like memes are fine. To any of the people that genuinely have like a legitimate bone to pick with me. It's not like, oh, I don't like his content or I don't like his voice, but like if people feel genuinely wronged by me, shoot me a message. I'm happy to talk it out. I don't mind. But yeah, I do genuinely, there are moments like this where it's really, really interesting too, because in the Twitch chat, it's a ton of really like negative stuff and stuff about all the stuff that I'm terrible at and how I'm a horrible person and how I rigged the Golden Gnomes and how it wasn't fair and how, you know, all the rest. But then in person, every single person I met at RuneFest was so nice and so kind, and it was so nice getting to meet and talk to so many awesome, cool people. So I do want to say that too. I don't want like the dumbasses in the chat to overshadow like how awesome of a RuneFest it was, because it was a freaking awesome RuneFest. But yeah, no, genuinely, you're always welcome to reach out to me. I respond to my DMs. They're open. Yeah. Because like sometimes it's miscommunication. Sometimes I actually did do something horribly wrong. And then, yeah, sometimes, you know, there's no fixing it sometimes. But yeah, anyway, the RuneFest blues are real. Yeah, me too. I honestly, like, I wish it had gone on for longer. But I also, as long as the next one isn't in 6 years, we'll be all good. But yeah, anyway, definitely not gonna let that get me down. The last thing I did want to say about the Golden Gnomes is I just really appreciated all of the support. The people that watched the stream, the people that voted for me, the people that supported the Locked In crew as well, the people that supported, people that nominated me, because that actually takes some time to actually have to like find a video you like and then like mail it in. That's a very time consuming, arduous process. I just want to say I really appreciate it because this was a really, really special moment for me. It was a really special moment for my wife as well and for my family. Even my like grandparents, my whole family was watching at home and cheering me on. And I just thought that was really, really cool. And that was a really special thing that would not have happened if not for you guys. So yeah, the only actual thing I have to say is, yeah, I really appreciate it. That's the only thing that is important, is that you guys did something really, really special for me and for my family. And, I super appreciate it. The one other thing, I did want to say too is obviously I didn't have a chance to get up on stage and talk for nearly as long as I would have wanted to, because it's 30 seconds. But the other thing is, I just did want to let you guys know that the entire weekend, one of the only things that was on my mind was my grandfather, because right before leaving, he was hospitalized and I was visiting him in the hospital and all that stuff. Obviously I wasn't streaming very much. And he did turn a corner and it was looking like he was doing better right before RuneFest. So I was, I left and I was hoping he was going to hang on, but I did want to let you guys know too, that he did pass yesterday evening. So I was definitely thinking of him the whole time, and he was one of the people that supported me more than anybody else when I was first starting out. So just to say, this really meant a lot to me for that too, because I really felt like I was there and I really felt like I won it for him too. So just wanted to let you guys know that too. That was like very much, if I ever seemed a little out of it at RuneFest, that was something that was obviously, aggressively going on too. And, checking back with people at home and seeing how he was doing and all that stuff. But yeah, just want to let you know that was something that, happened, last evening around, 9 or 10 o'clock. But yeah, okay. That is all the stuff I wanted to say about the Golden Gnomes and RuneFest stuff. If you guys want to check out the keynote, we can absolutely do that. If you guys don't want to, and thank you guys, I appreciate it. Y'all are extremely kind. Yeah, I mean, he was ready to go. He was 93 years old, and his quality of life had gone way, way downhill. He kept getting hospitalized, so he's in a better place now. But yeah, anyway, I was just honestly glad that he hung on until I was back home, because you want to be with your family in times like this, so that's gonna happen. Bro, Pup did not just say 1 year past halfway. Pup, you are something else. You are an interesting individual. Oh no. That's a Pup moment. To think I thanked you in the Golden Gnome speech. But yeah, cool. That's also partially why I wanted today's stream to just be kind of chilling, watching stuff, relaxing. I actually don't know exactly what the content plan is. I know that we're fully back on Locked In. I am going to finish the Mastery Aura though as well, because I think only 4 people have it right now. So I could easily be top 10 if I spend a little bit of time, even if it's an hour a day working on Mastery stuff. So I am going to do that. Mbart, thank you for the 93 months. Congrats on the gnomes. Couldn't help noticing that Pup Guy keeps rooting for your downfall in the RS Showdown. See the sass. Yeah, a bit rude, right? Was I there in the combat chat? Yeah, so I actually hosted the combat chat, which was really, really cool. We talked about lots of stuff. It's going to end up on YouTube. As soon as it comes out on YouTube, I will watch the entirety of it on stream. And we can talk about it too. 5 people have it now? Okay, so I could still be top 10 though, which is pretty cool. Thanks to the 87 months, L. I appreciate it. Do I still work for Jagex? So I'm no longer a JMod. I'm still doing contracted stuff to help with the creator space, but it's way, way reduced from what I was doing before. So for the 7 months of last year, I was doing full-time 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. As of right now, it's kind of an as-needed thing. And I'm currently coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings, and that's it. And I'm not online on anything else for any of the other time. So yeah, basically, am I still working for Jagex? I was never a Jagex employee, and I'm currently not. And I'm available to help out with stuff. Like I said before, it was a pretty amicable split. It wasn't a split where there were terrible situations or there was like flaming happening. I do with the survey that it put me in a really shitty spot for a long time. I didn't feel that was fair to me. So I took a step back and I reprioritized and I figured out what was most important, which was what I do right now in the community. That is way more important to me. That's way more fulfilling for me. That's what I'm prioritizing. But yeah, I didn't like slam the door on my way out. So there's still, you know, if there are opportunities for me to help make the game better on a much more limited capacity with much more limited access, of course, as well, sweet. And if not, that's okay too. Hi, Pigeon Nugget. It was a pleasure meeting you too. I chose to step down, DPS Maniac. Any gaming today? Yeah, so we could do some gaming too. Actually, I was sorry to hear about your grandfather. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, it really does mean a lot. I'm a little kind of numb to all of it, to be honest with you. Like, I definitely haven't fully processed all of it, but it is what it is, what it is. But yeah, we'll probably do some gaming today, I hope. So other than that, we've got a couple things we can do. We could watch the keynote if you guys want, but if you guys have already seen it and you don't want to know what I think about it, we could skip that. There's also an RS Showdown episode we could watch, but also there's a big update on the Locked In Group Iron Man and the future of it that I also did want to share. Hi Finn, thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate it. How did you find the RS quiz? I loved it. The quiz was amazing. The quiz was really, really sick. The sad thing is I had to go backstage to prep for the RuneQuest creator battle, so I couldn't finish the quiz. I was cooking though. I was absolutely cooking. Finn, thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate it. Any favorites of the old school gnomes? I need to be reminded who won for all of them. I think, I mean, Soup took home 2 as well, which is really cool. I think what Soup has done for the old school creator space is like just ridiculous. So that's a really easy one. Really, really easy person to root for. The Scald is a really cool one too, because the Scald has made about, I want to say about like 2,000 thumbnails for RuneScape creators. And he also makes RS3 thumbnails. I believe worked with the Scald before too, which is kind of insane. But I believe the last episode of the solo series was a thumbnail made by the Scald. Let me see if I can find it. This was many, many years ago. Yeah, this thumbnail right here, I think was made by the Scald. I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of nuts. Small World, that's actually only from 2 years ago. It's crazy how slowly time is moving. Like, the end of Solo feels like 5 years ago to me, and it was 2. But yeah, the quiz was cool. I really liked it. Yeah, here, let me grab a full list of winners. Thank you, Octagon. Yeah, this is all the RSC ones. I mean, I'm happy chatting about the RSC ones as well. Because there's a lot I have to say about this too. One, I was so happy to see Omid win the best RuneScape video. Omid deserves a gnome and has worked so hard, and it was such a great video too. And I always really like when people are like getting stressed out about a video because like they know it's like gonna be a really, really big important video. So Omid was like sending it around to people before posting it and getting feedback and like just being very, very nervous about it. So it's really cool to see that like it was a banger. And that's big. Rizzo, do you know you said your grandpa was a supporter? Was there anything in particular he enjoyed about RuneScape? He knew nothing about RuneScape and he knew a lot about me. So as an example, when I was first starting out, it's a lot easier to say you're a streamer when you're like a Twitch partner and you're finding success doing it and you're earning a living doing that, right? Compared to when you're streaming to 0 viewers and no one is watching you. And at that time in my life, a lot of people were calling it like a hobby or like very much belittling what I was doing, even though I knew I really wanted to do it long term and I knew I was really passionate about it. And he was just always, and it's kind of funny too, because he was a high school principal and before that he was like a coureur de bois. So like just an absolute badass. And to basically have that person always in my corner and telling me to keep going and always kind of supporting. And not only that, but when other people would put me down in front of him, he would always jump to my defense. So that's kind of what I meant by that. No, but he had no idea what RuneScape was. He didn't know anything about it. I don't think he could work YouTube. He'd never watched any of my videos. He knew what I did and he supported it. Showdown thumbnails are Skull 2. Ooh, very nice. Solo Mission does really good content. Yeah, dude, Solo Mission's Deadman All-Stars was really, really, really cool. Is he getting a non-broken gnome? Yeah, so the gnome that broke was a fake gnome. It wasn't a real gnome. So he's saved. I'm gonna cry. I love that so much, genuinely. Yeah, he was a great dude. He was really, really great. You're the only RS3 creator I get hyped to pop on my feed. Thank you. You know, I had a lot of people meet me and say hi to me that said, hi, I'm an old school player. I watch your videos. I don't know anything about RS3, but your videos get me hyped. And I had a lot of people too that said like, I quit in 2016, but I still watch your videos. And like, that means a lot to me too, because it's kind of like, it's kind of like people that have no business watching and they still tune in. And that's very appreciated. But yeah, so for gnomes, Iron Araxor absolutely deserved best new video creator. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I was really glad to see that he won because as much as there are lots of great video creators, Iron Araxor came onto the scene and did something very differently from a lot of other people. And the RS Showdown is really, really sick. So super deserved there. Best video, talked about that one. I was nominated in that category. I want you to know that I did not vote for myself in that category. I voted for Omid. And I really wanted him to win this category, so I was really glad that he did, because his video, I'm not gonna lie, my last Heartcrime video, it was a good video. It wasn't my best video. It wasn't a video that I was like, I'm so proud of this. This is a masterpiece. And Omid's video was a masterpiece, so it really deserved it. Other than that, best new RuneScape streamer. Yeah, so this was a really interesting one too, because this was the one that Bunny Bop was in and Yo-Man was in as well, and then it was Elkin Silence, and then who was the fourth for best new streamer? Who was the fourth finalist? Chat, help me out here. Was it Wands? It was Wands. Okay, cool. Yeah, so all four of them awesome streamers. Obviously, I am a lot closer to Bunny Bop and Yo-Man because of the locked in crew. I think that sorry, what was I gonna say? One, I was super proud of Eloquent Silence because something that people may not know about her, she spends, I would say, 70% of her time helping other people with their stuff. And she's just a very selfless individual, to the point that, like, I'll give you an example. The RS Cup last year, that was such a big moment for so many streamers and so many new creators, that RS Cup would not have happened without all of the work she did behind the scenes. She didn't get any credit for it, really. She didn't get a thank you for it. Like, I'm sure she did, internally, whatever. But, you know, that was not viewed as her thing. But she was one of the people that made it happen. So I was really, really happy that she was able to win a Golden Gnome. And that was really exciting. Obviously, as always with these things, it sucks when there are a lot of people that really deserve it. And there can only be one final winner in the end. Like, obviously, Yo-Man has done some incredible work as a streamer, and so has Bunny Bop. And Wands as well, with the double racks drop and like being able to grind that level. Like, there's a reason why he was up for Gamer of the Year. It's all really impressive. But yeah, I was really, really proud of Eloquent Silence to win that one. So yeah, that was a good one. Art, I'm not gonna comment too much on, because to be honest with you, art is so subjective, and it is so, like, all of it is so cool. I just love all of it. So I find it really difficult to say, like, oh, this is, you know, whatnot. And I also don't know the artist well enough to truly comment on what they're doing, but this Zuxord was disgusting. And this video is in 50 of my videos as the background, so kind of large. I think next year we need to talk about not having awards that span both games, because any award that spans both games is always going to go to an old school, unfortunately. And I think, I'll give you a really good example. There are some awesome RuneScape 3 guide makers that didn't even get to be in the finals because old school just dominated the category. And it's the same with series. And I think it kind of sends the message of, like, oh, there are no series for RuneScape 3. Or there are no good gamers for RuneScape 3. By the way, this is Gaherman. I'm just putting it out there. LD King, thank you for the 70 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, all that to say, like, I think it would be cool to either do 2 nominees from each, 2 RSV, 2 old school, or just do 2. That would be what I would do. And then this was a crazy one. The PVME winning community champion. So my thoughts on this are, I think the PVME's reputation over a bunch of years, it's gone through a lot of kind of questionable arcs, but I think in recent years, they've brought in a completely new leadership group, an ownership group that has been really, really focused on helping serve the community and make really good guides and make really good content and focus on accessibility and inclusivity. And I just think it's really cool that they got recognized, because I think the PVME absolutely deserves it. I mean, something that Crash said in the acceptance speech is that their help channel has 2.5 million messages. So yeah, when you're looking at big communities in RuneScape that have not won a community champion award, PVME, I was really, really happy to see it. And hopefully this helps them get more editors, because they're always short on editors. They're always looking for more. So yeah, very, very cool one. Creator's Choice going, I'm Crystal, very cool too. I'm Crystal does a ton in the community behind the scenes as well. So that was an awesome one to see. Super, super deserved. But yeah, so that's all the Golden Dome stuff that I kind of wanted to talk about and cover. Your input has been valid in helping us grow. Easy. Wait, I'm allowed to take credit for everything? Perfect. We can make mastermind memes. When's the next locked-in video coming out? Soon. It's gonna be another really big video that spans, sorry, there's a cat biting at me. It spans a lot of time. So it's gonna be, I'm guessing it's gonna be 90 minutes long. And it's partially under construction. Actually, wait. I can probably do one better. Let me see if I can find it. If I go to Google Sheets, here. There's not much to show there, to be honest with you. But basically, it's all structured out. It's all planned out. It's partially done. Is Pippin back from West already? Apparently. Back, and I honestly wish that I'd gotten rid of him. Surely. He wouldn't be biting me. Only wish that the PvMe is. I wish they had guides between super basic and super in-game hybriding. Feels like guides are either one or the other. Yeah. It's kind of hard to find the balance because everyone's got different middle upgrades. It's the same reason why I don't make guides that are like easy, medium, hard. It's just easy and then hard. Oh yeah, we should probably talk about the locked-in news. Okay. So, some fairly large news on locked in before we head into the keynote and the RS Showdown episode, of course. Do I have body runes? Huge. Okay, buddy. I'm evicting you, bro. You are causing problems. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Bro has been evicted. I sent him to West already. So here is the locked in news. Maybe very unexpected to some, maybe very unexpected to others as well. But I didn't prepare anything for this. Oh, this is very stressful. So basically, the locked in news is locked in is going to continue to the original goal of getting all best in slot in all 4 combat styles. But one member of Locked In is going to be dropping out of the series. Unfortunately, Bunny Bop has gotten extremely busy with IRL commitments, things that she wasn't expecting to have on her plate at this time of the year. When you make a brand new group Ironman, you don't know exactly what you're going to be doing in 4 months. And the answer for Bunny Bop was being extremely busy. She doesn't feel she has the opportunity to put enough time in to be able to keep up with the other members of the group. She doesn't want to hold anybody else back, and she just knows she doesn't have a lot of time. So, Bunny Bop will be gracefully dropping out of Locked In, and we are going to be continuing as 4 with myself, Pup, Legos, and Yo Man. So certain things are going to be a little bit more difficult, including, I guess, a mascot if it's a 5-person boss. But yeah, that is the big locked in news. So at some point, if we're getting lots of questions about it, we might remove Bunny Bop from the group, or we might just leave her in there as a relic of times past. But yeah, didn't want to let you guys know. It's fair, it's reasonable. Just wanted you guys to know there's no drama, there's no tea, there's no there's no ill will directed towards anybody. The expectation was that everyone was going to grind for a couple months, and then we'd see how we were feeling. And that's exactly what everybody did. So yeah. Can I get the overloads back I gave her? Yep. Pup, ask her to log in and put all the overloads back in group storage. Now, I'm guessing Yeoman has them. But yeah, so anyway, we're getting a locked in now that is going to be 1 mage, 1 melee, 1 range, and 1 necromancy. You should manufacture fake drama for the content. So the reason I didn't want to, as fun as it would have been, or as funny as it would have been, I don't know, I feel like people take these things way too seriously. So I just want to make it very clear. Everyone is amicable. Everything is good. She just didn't have time to continue grinding. Oh yeah, and that too. She's going to be able to remain in the Discord server and everything else. She can pop into the voice chat and flame us anytime and catch up. So I don't believe she's planning on being a stranger, but yeah, she will not be continuing to play. This also means in the future, we have an opportunity to add a 5th member if we want to. But I think for our initial goal of getting best in slot, I think we can do that as a group of 4. Cool. Okay, that was the big locked in news. Okay. I'm an expert at mole. Perfect. So I threw a ton of mega drama from OnlyFans in a World of Warcraft Classic hardcore. Better not make drama content because people on the internet are unhinged. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so that was the big news there. Does BIS be needing a Master staff? I guess it is best in slot technically. So maybe. But yeah, so as for Locked In, I will be back to playing Locked In basically every day. Am I looking forward to the RS Cup? So I don't know if I can participate this year. That's the only thing I'm not sure about. But whether I'm participating or I'm watching it, I will be excited to be a part of it. But yeah. You four having BS and then having Sahel as the new guy that would be terrible for everybody. Absolutely not. Keep that guy far away from us. And far away from our group Iron Man. Okay, we've gone through a lot. We went through the gnomes. We went through all that stuff. We went through all of my RuneFest loot. We spoke on all of that stuff. We went through some photos. We went through the locked in news. Mr. Madness, the 29 months. I appreciate it. I guess the one other news that isn't really news is obviously I am back to streaming full time. I've recovered from RuneFest. We're back to going live just about every single day, which I'm very excited about. So on the main account, we're going to be working towards Mastery Aura. And then the primary thing we're going to be doing is progressing Locked In. For me, what I want to do is I want to get to Zuck. And I also want to do a rune crafting arc so that I can get time runes so that I can unlock the new spell because it seems extremely good. But yeah. That's what Omid said before getting really sick. Surely it'll be fine. What's the worst thing that could happen? Have I talked about leaks? No. So the next thing I wanted to do, if you guys are cool with it, is I wanted to go through the RuneScape keynote and watch it and give thoughts on it and react to it. I don't know if you guys are down for that, but I used to do that after every RuneFest. So that is what I wanted to do, if you guys are cool with that. So, shall we? Because, yeah, there were some insane announcements. It just, to me, the keynote just got better and better. It was just absolutely insane. It actually blew my mind how good it was. So, with that said, shall we get in to the keynote? Holy loud.
Live stream, welcome back.
They didn't announce a JMod replacement for you. Oh my god, I need to tell you guys this too. Dude, so many, and this is how I knew there was actually no ill will or any bad blood. Oh my god, some of the JMods were absolutely ruthlessly flaming me. to the ends of the earth, flaming me. Josh was a great host, by the way. Super, super nice dude, by the way. I had a chance to chat with him a little bit because we met each other at the Necromancy playtest because he was one of the playtesters. Super, super nice individual. He absolutely crushed it at the Gnomes. Or sorry, not at the Gnomes, at RuneFest. So I was hanging out. I'm actually going to put him on blast. I was hanging out with Mod Campbell, who was working one of the stations where you had to like build a wise old man out of like, it was like all these like sticky cardboard pieces and you stack them up together and you build them out. Okay. And while we were talking and just making small talk and catching up, a like player walked up to Mod Camel and said, "Hey, I'm collecting all signatures from all of the J mods. Can you sign my book?" And without skipping a beat, Mod Camel takes the book, signs it, looks up at me, points at me and says, "That's not you anymore." And then passes the book past me back to the person that passed it to him. Chat, I got absolutely cooked. It was not good. But anyway, I was actually happy though, because at least that means that there's no bad blood, there's no ill will, there's no, which is good, because I think, and this is what I was telling the people that came up to me and asked me about it too, I think it is okay to try things and see if they work out. I tried something, I didn't like it, I made a change, we ball. That's sort of like a very normal human thing to do and thing to try. But yeah, so anyway, I was glad to hear that people were comfortable enough to flame me about it, but I need to get Mod Campbell back and I have actual genuine beef with him. So we got to be careful. Banana of Danger, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Let's keep moving.
To the studio, congratulations to Z Cookies on becoming the first RuneQuest champion in a segment that will definitely go down in history as one of the things that happened at RuneFest. We'd also like to thank Creator Crafted and Crusader Talent for allowing those fantastic creators to be with us today. And you can get 20% off creatorcrafted.com using the code RuneFest. The Golden Gnomes have been supported by them, and so that's why we can have such fantastic events brought to you. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad it went on much longer.
Actually, one more, sorry. So Josh Dreyfus had an interview with Mod Stu right before the keynote, and it was the absolute best.
Josh, genuinely nothing. We had a bit of a chat.
So basically, they had an interview with Mod Stu, but Mod Stu was pre-told that he couldn't give any info about the keynote to Josh at all.
That you heard. For you.
Okay, hold up. Let me find it. Here.
It's
like 2 minutes long.
I am hungry. Welcome back to the studio. I am joined with Mod Stu.
Hello.
How are you doing, Stu?
I am wonderful. This has been a fantastic evening.
Stu, I'm going to be real with you. So because of the previous section overrunning by time quite a lot, I've got time for, I think, one question for you. And you're the guy who knows a lot about RuneScape, a lot about what's coming up in the future, a lot about the keynote. So I need to ask a really important question here. Stu, what's with the mustache?
Asking the important questions.
Absolutely. This is what we've got time for.
Well, I have recently been involved in amateur dramatics. In fact, that was my voice that you heard doing the backing track in that last advert. And I was in a production of Hound of the Baskervilles last week, where I was playing Dr. Watson to Sherlock Holmes. And I had this magnificent mutton chops going on. And I'm gradually titrating off at the moment. I was in two minds. Should I retain the mustache? Should I not? And I figured, well, it's a little bit more characterful, adds a bit more to the J-Mod persona, so why not?
Fantastic. I'm glad that everyone in the Twitch chat thinks, yes, that was a good question to ask. Now, the reason I didn't ask any searching questions about the keynote coming up, and believe me, I really do want to, is how much can you actually tell me before it's revealed?
Absolutely nothing.
This is going to be a really difficult interview, Stu. I'm not going to lie to you there. It's going to be a challenge, so I'm going to call upon my professional training about the fact you can literally tell me nothing because it's all coming up soon. Stu, what's your favorite flavor of crisp?
That is another very interesting searching question. I would say, Walkers, do they do a...
Not sponsored, that's just the brand that he chose.
Yeah, exactly, just entirely off the top of my head. Yeah, salt and vinegar. Let's go with salt and vinegar. Actually,
salt and vinegar.
I can't stand crisps, to be entirely honest with you. All the truth is coming out at this point.
Well, you just hate. Okay, guys, I'm going to be real with you. So, before this interview started, I kind of walked up to Stu and we had a bit of a chat, had a bit of a greeting, and I said, Stu, so you know a lot about what's coming up. What can you actually tell me before it happens on stage? And he did say, Josh, genuinely nothing. So we can get nothing out of this man. What we can do is go into the past. Stu, talk to me about previous updates that you've been involved in that you are proud of.
Oh, so many.
This whole segment was just really funny. It was just a really funny segment because they quite literally had an interview segment booked where Stu couldn't say anything about anything. But yeah, all right, let's get into RS Ahead and let's get into the keynote.
Introducing Mod Breezy and Mod Luma!
I also want to say, turnout for the keynote was really, really good. Something that they need to do something about next year, in my opinion, is the keynote was sick, but the crowd wasn't mic'd, so you couldn't hear people getting hyped. And I think for people watching, it made it feel way more lame than it actually was, because some of the announcements here, people were pogging out of their minds. People were yelling and screaming and clapping, like going crazy. Also, I'm getting rid of Twitch chat.
What's up, RuneFest? I'm Mod Breezy.
And I'm Mod Luma, and we're here to kick off this year's RuneScape Ahead.
Luma and I are here today to take a look at some of the upcoming content that we announced on our last roadmap update.
That's right, we're going to be taking a sneak peek at all of the important details, including release dates, for all of the updates we have planned from spring to early summer. So, let's jump right into it with 110 skilling updates.
Last year, we introduced a new form of skilling updates to RuneScape with the 110s. These skilling updates are to make sure that we're continuously improving the skilling experience and adding meaningful content to each skill beyond 99.
As you've seen in both 110 skilling updates so far, this includes new content to unlock, new items, new challenges, new rewards, and more. Over the next few years, we're still committed to introducing these types of 110 skilling updates to the rest of the skills.
I've loved working with all of you to come up with ideas and answer questions on how each of these 110 skills should look, and I want to continue to evolve these updates with you. With the release of 110 mining and smithing last year, we received a bunch of great feedback, which we took in to 110 woodcutting and fletching.
I will say, it does feel like these 110s are getting better. I haven't had a chance to play 2 days ago's one, but based on what I saw, people seemed pretty happy about it. But what did you guys think about it? Was it better? Is it trending in a good direction, or was it not good, or was it... Yeah, let me know what you think.
Much of which we're also looking to apply to all of our future 110s. This includes 110 runecrafting, which launches in only 2 days on March 3rd.
In due time, you'll be able to jump in game and craft the new, mysterious Time Rune. Head into the ever-changing Time Altar and get your hands on this new rune, which introduces a whole host of new skilling and combat spells, such as Paradox, which will double the resources you get when woodcutting or fishing, and gives increased mining progress, but at the cost of greatly reduced XP rates.
Okay, I just had a thought pop into my head, like the green goblin on my shoulder, that was, wouldn't the RS3 keynote be really funny to watch with the old school RuneScape chat? But I feel like maybe, no, we probably shouldn't. It'll be distracting.
Or, if PVM is more of your thing, then you'll be hyped to see the return of the beloved Crumble Undead spell, which gives you an extra 30% increased damage to undead enemies.
Okay, later today, if we have time, can we trick shot with this? 30% extra damage on top of everything else is going to be sick.
There's even some nifty new teleports for all you clue chasers out there too.
Quick stop at the mountain cap, anyone?
Wait, no way all of the cluers are in attendance?
110 runecrafting will also be coming with a new weapon creation method and the expansive rune pouch. that'll allow you to store almost a whole additional inventory's worth of essence. Perfect for running runes.
And not to mention the level 100 Masterwork Staff, which completes the trifecta of Masterwork weapons. Now, don't worry, we know you really want these effects for the new Masterwork weapons. So look forward to an update in May where we're doing exactly that and adding effects or changing effects for legendary PVM weapons, such as the Exekill and Fracture Staff of Armadil.
So, okay, this is kind of a big one. First off, the Masterwork Staff is technically best in slot right now for 4-ticking, unless you want a Shard of Genesis of Fractured Staff of Armadil. So the Masterwork Staff is actually kind of good. Hi, Lego, stay with 36 months. I appreciate it. What do you guys think about EZK rework and Faso rework confirmed on the roadmap? I'm pretty stoked. I mean, the EZK is just ass, to be honest. Like, maybe this is a hot take. I don't even think the Fasoa needs a passive. I think the Fasoa is good enough. It's fine that it's a switch because the duels are already out. But EZK rework, bro, it is so giga ass, respectfully, that I am very, very, very excited to see it actually become a weapon that people use for WODS. So yeah, seems good. I was pretty stoked about this.
If you're here at RuneFest and you can't wait until Monday to try out 110 runecrafting, then you can play it over at the LAN area at the back. And if you catch me around, then please let me know your thoughts and feedback. I would love to hear it.
For the next 110 skill.
Sorry, fun fact about this. I can't remember who it was, but someone found a bug in the runecrafting update and reported it on the showroom floor to Mod Breezy. And I think it got fixed before launch, which I think is really funny. Was it Cash? I can't remember which bug it was, but there was a bug that someone playtesting it was like, wait.
We'll be shifting our focus to 110 crafting, releasing this June.
Wait, so 110 runecrafting was it just runecrafting or was there another skill with it too? I guess it was just runecrafting. Okay, so then crafting in June, got it.
Have your needles and thread at the ready, because with this update, you're going to be making your very own level 90 magic armor.
So this feels weird to me because we already have level 90 magic armor. It makes me think that it's probably tank armor, but we already have Crypt Bloom. So it might be just like worse Crypt Bloom?
And I know a lot of you out there are going to be asking, crafting, Breezy, does this mean new urns?
It absolutely does. You best brush up on your pottery skills too, because we're introducing a new tier of urns to chuck into your skilling presets and make those juicy gains even juicier.
So here's a question about new urns. How do skillers feel about new urns? Because to me, I'm like hyped as a player that's trying to get 120 all or 110 all, but is this not just like power creep? It just kind of feels like it might be a bit of a power creep moment. Just to make skilling a few percent faster. Like, I think I'm fine with it. Also, my thoughts on the tier 90 magic gear. I'm guessing it's just for training. It's probably like the primal stuff from smithing, so it's probably fine.
110 crafting will also release with a powerful set of level 100 Masterwork magic armor. Try saying
Masterwork magic armor. Oh, man. Wait. How are we going to do tier 100 magic armor?
saying that very quickly over and over again.
Bro, it's like the meme with the like underwater person. Hold up, I'm going to find it. It's like the mother drowning a kid in the pool meme. Where this is the tectonic. And it's like Masterwork magic gear. No, wait, the Masterwork magic gear is there. No, there. Who's holding up the child? big time rune is holding up masterwork magic gear. Okay. And then who's just hanging on by a thread? Oh. Yeah. This is bro. Poor Tectonic Terry.
Later this year, we'll see the third and final 110 skilling update of 2025, with 110 thieving releasing this winter.
This came as a surprise to me. I didn't, like, this wasn't even on the radar, I don't think. But I think it's an interesting skill. I'm already 120, so that's even less for me to do.
But we'll reveal more about that closer to release. 110 updates aren't all we have for skilling, though. It's been a while since we introduced some new invention tools, hasn't it?
Okay, this I am really excited about, because this has need to have happened for like the last 7 years or something. Like, there just hasn't been new invention stuff since archaeology. And then even before that, like, archaeology added 4 new components. I need more.
It has been a while. Now, we all love training invention by training other skills, right? I've been doing that again recently on my group Ironman with the Rodomatic. But wouldn't it be great if we could do that with some other skills? Well, in May, we'll be paying Doc in the Invention Guild a visit because he's got an assignment for us. He'll be sending us to Zenaris and the Elven Lands because we'll be discovering blueprints for new skilling tools on your main hand. Like other invention tools, these will come with some bonuses to help you with rune crafting.
Wait, does that mean augmented memory dowser? Is the memory dowser a main hand? No, it's an offhand. Wait, but is there a rune crafting main hand? There isn't one. Huh.
And thieving, so get ready to take them as you craft runes or rummage around in the pockets of innocent bystanders. But these also come with some cool new components, which you can use to make new skilling perks for skills such as mining and archaeology, just to name a couple.
So this I'm excited about, just because, like, new components, I am of the mind that they should be added more often. In my opinion, I think invention, like, it's a really good way to retain the value of things that are bad or things that are old. Like, as an example, if you want the Staff of Sliske to be good, you could make it into a component that is useful. And that's a really cool way to, like, keep its value propped up. Same with, like, Dragon Rider Lances. They would be worth 7 GP if not for Iljunkin components. So to me, I think it's a really cool way to progress. Like, tier 92s turning into components kind of makes sense to me. So yeah, in general, I was pretty happy with this.
Finally, we're hopping back over to the Blooming Burrow for some more exhilarating Easter fun on April 14th. The Easter Bunny and his nephews have a whole bunch of new egg hunt clues for
Yeah, so I see in the crowd, in the chat, people are spamming like L crowd, but the crowd was actually like loud and excited, and like all of the pauses for applause probably felt really, really awkward watching it on the keynote. Because you don't hear the applause, you just see the person speaking pause. But if you were there, the crowd was actually fantastic. Like, the pauses for applause were not like in the script, like pause for applause. The crowd was just really hyped and people couldn't talk because it was loud.
For you to decipher, as well as some new skilling activities involving carrot boats and bees. Bees aside, alongside the Blooming Burrow, we'll be releasing a new permanent duck-themed quest, in which you'll get to uncover your inner quack and explore the new, relaxing area of Paddington.
Do you hear the cheer for the duck quest?
So, keep your eggs peeled for more information around this as we get closer to release.
So, I don't know if this is a hot take, and maybe it is a hot take. Maybe it isn't. I think maybe people are on board. I like that there are now seasonal events where it's an area that's already been made and there's like a twist on it. So it's a little different, but it's still like, you know what it is. Like, we had the Blooming Burrow last year. We had the Christmas cheers in a row. to me, I actually think an even more interesting way to do holiday events is a new permanent, fun, light RuneScape quest. So I'm actually pretty excited for the Duck quest. I think if it's just like a light, funny dialogue, relaxed quest that doesn't deal with the World Guardian and our signature heroes and whatever else, I'm kind of game. I kind of like that as a permanent quest that kind of follows a holiday theme without being a holiday quest. Kind of like how, what are the quests that Mod Ramen made? Violet is Blue. Like, that's a Christmas quest, but it's also just a great quest that is very RuneScapey and introduces you to the world and how it works, and it's a really compelling story. To me, that's my ideal Christmas event, would be Violet is Blue, because it's not replayable, it's not an AFK zone, and I know that's really important to a lot of people, but it's a permanent piece of RuneScape that ties into a season and a feeling.
Okay, well, that's everything that we have coming soon, but we're still going to be taking a look at even more of what's ahead. Thank you very much, RuneFest. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Go team! Clap, 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 clap. Very nice.
Welcome, Mod Shrike and Mod Zura!
Dude, these intros were hype as all heck.
Welcome, Lorehounds! I'm Mod Shrike.
I'm Mod Zura, and we're here to introduce the final...
Sorry, something I'm just going to say about these keynotes. I am always so impressed by the JMods who are doing them, because I could never get in front of a crowd and deliver a compelling keynote. Like, as someone that doesn't do public speaking, and I'm assuming most of the JMods don't just randomly do public speaking. It's not part of their job remit, really, to do public speaking like this. I just find it really, really cool. Like, to be able to give a keynote and get the crowd hyped up about the stuff you're working on. It's just, anyway, I think it's really cool.
In all 2 quests of the Desert storyline, releasing in April and July this year.
This storyline began all the way back in 2001 with Prince Ali Rescue. We've come a very long way since then. You've raided tombs, you've discovered ancient artifacts.
Wait, Prince Ali Rescue? Wait, I don't think that quest exists anymore. Wiki Prince Ali Rescue. They massacred my boy in 2012. People, you know, this isn't truth. I'm gonna be a truther for a second here. Gotta be the worst RuneScape update in 2012. Who's with me?
Anyway, and you've done a fair bit of smuggling. You've even restored the spirit of a long-dead pharaoh queen. All the while crisscrossing the desert and learning more about the desert pantheon. In particular, a Mascot the Devourer, cat goddess of destruction. Eventually, we opened the gates of Menethos itself, the Golden City, and it was here that you uncovered the fates of 3 of the lesser gods, Krondys, Atmacon, and Het, and you freed them from a Mascot's corruption.
More recently, you've made it clear you want us to finish older storylines, starting with last year's Ode of the Devourer, and continuing with the Return to the Desert trilogy. We are finally bringing this 24-year-old storyline to its conclusion.
Sorry, really quick. I just got one guide by a comment in the chat that said, RuneFest should be about mods listening to players. These people are an echo chamber. And I'm trying to imagine a keynote where instead of the mods talking about what's coming out next year, they just give a microphone and put a camera on a random player. And then they just have to tell things to a mod, just talk at them for an hour. Unreal. What a segment.
We released.
We released the first part of this trilogy, Beneath Scabrous' Sands, in January. Here, we finally met the enigmatic god Scabrous and learnt more about a Mascot's plan.
Coming up in April, we are releasing Pharaoh's Folly, the second quest in the Desert series. Return to the Desert trilogy. This installment picks up the storyline directly after Beneath Scabrous' Sands and sees you returning to Menethos. It's time to team up with your old friends Ozan and Leela to expose Pharaoh Osman's treachery to the city and make sure that the ruling council is ready to stand up to a mascot. You'll be returning to the Shifting Tombs, learning more about Menophyte's lore, and digging back through the long history of the Desert Quests to build your case against Osman and confront him once and for all. In return, various parts of the Menopos experience will be enhanced. Among other rewards, Slayers will see better odds of catching Slayer creature souls and more efficient use of Feathers of Mart, while Skillers get more experience from the Shifting Tombs and better outputs from the Soul Altar. Drop rates for various Menopos Journal collection logs will also be enhanced once you complete this
Vital
quest.
Sparks, not mentioned. Okay, so thoughts on this. I am pretty excited to see old quest lines getting picked back up again, because I would love to see a gnome quest finale as an example, just because, like, I don't know what happened to my dad. But no, in general, I think it's actually pretty exciting. It kind of makes me feel like we're in old RuneScape again, when there's a continuation of a storyline that I've known for 15 years or 20 years, whatever it is. Pretty exciting. So I'm excited to see the end of the desert quest line. I also think that Beneath Scarabaeus' Sands was a pretty good quest. There wasn't too much in there that I didn't like. I thought the story was good. So yeah, I will definitely play this. This is the kind of quest update that I will wake up on morning of release and actually play through it right away. So yeah, so far, I mean, as far as a quest goes, I'm never going to be the most hyped person in the universe for a quest. That's not the kind of player I am. But as far as like the direction, it seems good to me.
In July, we'll be releasing the final chapter of the Return to the Desert trilogy, Eclipse of the Heart.
So this is it. Okay.
At the end of Beneath Scarabaeus' Sands, a mascot gave you an ultimatum. Deliver the last light of Tumakan to her before the new moon, or the shadow of the sun will be cast over the city of Menopos, and she'll devour the souls of all within. In Eclipse of the Heart, the new moon is here, and a mascot's demands have not been met. An ominous green eclipse has appeared over the desert, and her army of soul devourers is poised to strike. You'll need to gather the lesser gods, solve puzzles in ancient tombs, and find a way to stop her army. Several returning characters will be receiving new looks with the finale, including a mascot, who, through the events of the story...
So I gotta call someone out for this. The second the new mascot model was shown, Sahel made a sound that I have never heard a human being make before. And I have been thinking about it for 3 days. I don't know what it meant, but I am extremely uncomfortable.
Will regain her divine feline form.
Yeah. Anyway, just thought you should all know.
Last, but certainly not least, you'll fight a mascot herself in a version of the boss fight designed specifically for the quest.
So that's important. A version of the boss designed specifically for the quest. So that's basically saying the opposite of the Gate of Elidness, where the whole boss fight was spoiled by the quest. This will be a version of a mascot that is specifically set up for the quest. Seems good. That seems like a good learning, because I think we can all agree the Gate of Elidness launch was like the least hype launch ever, because everyone already knew all of the mechanics of the boss fight.
One of the rewards for completing the quest, you'll unlock access to the full boss encounter, which will be released the following week. How will her story end?
Do you think the boss is going to require the quest?
Can she be convinced to see reason, or will she need to be destroyed? Join us in Eclipse of the Heart this July to find out.
Okay. Will do.
Don't forget, we have a lore panel tomorrow morning with myself, Mod Zura, Mod Stu, and Mod Jack, to ask, so we can answer all your questions about RuneScape lore and story. But for now, I think it's time to hear more about that boss.
Okay. This is the one that I was most excited about.
Let's
get into
hear it for Mod Ryan and Mod Ramen!
So before continuing this, I didn't realize this, but I was talking with mods Ramen and Ryan the night before this, and this is actually the first boss that they've made together, which is kind of nuts. Because, like, Mod Ryan, obviously the mastermind behind archaeology, behind necromancy, behind Raksha, behind Zuck. Mod Ramen has done things with raids, has done Solak, has done Zami. Zami? Yeah, Zami. So anyway, I just thought it was nuts that they've never worked on a boss together before.
RuneFest, we are back, unlike Zamorak. I'm Mod Ramen.
And I'm Mod Ryan. And Scapers, your next PVM challenge awaits. For years, you've taken on some of the biggest, baddest monsters in...
Actually, I want to see chat reaction to this. Sorry. Just for this one. I'm excited because there was some stuff that was said here that has never been done before by RuneScape.
Eleanor. You've claimed powerful gear and weapons. You've shot that undead dragon out the sky, and you've banished gods. And you've probably spent way too long theory crafting rotations and strategies. But let's be real. You're just looking for that next big boss battle.
Well, the good news is, releasing this summer, you will be going up against a mascot herself in an epic showdown. Get your best in slot gear ready. Rally your favorite teammates. Maybe leave little Timmy out for this one, because this will be an encounter to remember.
Bro. Here's what we need to do, chat. If Anna ever comes in here and asks me to do a mascot with her, or if she can join the team, here's what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to distract her in any way possible. Change the subject for the sake of my marriage. You want to do a mascot with me? I would have loved to, except that because of the time difference, I'm not going to be available that year.
We've got a bunch of stuff we want to show you today, so let's get into it.
So, in the event of the desert finale, Eclipse of the Heart,
change your Discord name to Little Timmy. Oh no.
You'll be thrown into a mascot's vision of the future. This version of the boss encounter will focus on the narrative without exposing any of those mechanics and challenges that we're going to hold back for the main
That's
encounter.
really good.
Of course, don't get too comfortable, because when the full encounter releases, it's going to be a whole different ballgame.
Now, if you're planning at going at a mascot solo, and by all means, you can try, you're going to struggle a little bit, as this will be a brand new group boss encounter. You'll form teams of 5, where coordination, teamwork is going to be key to taking a mascot down and reaping them rewards.
So here's why I'm happy it's a group boss. The reason I'm happy it's a group boss is because complexity of mechanics goes to 0. As soon as it's a boss that can be done in group or solo, the mechanical complexity that you can demand, it just decreases to the point that there's a severe limit on how difficult you can actually make something. So if the true intent is to make this the hardest encounter in RuneScape, which I believe it is, group boss just makes sense. Do I think we need a better grouping system? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do I think we need better community team forming options? Abso-freaking-lutely. But also, if the intent with this boss is to make something really freaking hard, where you have distinct roles and distinct people doing different things, group makes sets.
Over the last 10 years, we've thrown a fair number of bosses at you. Make a little bit of noise if you've ever died to a boss. Well, clearly we're doing our jobs properly. With a mascot, we're looking to take much of the learnings to make this boss encounter the best it can possibly be. For instance, from Telos and Zamorak for their enraged systems, all the way through to Virago and Solak for their distinct phasing.
Virago and Solak being mentioned in this keynote, I was grinning ear to ear. Because, like, I think when you ask most people what their favorite boss release is, if they've been playing a long time, almost everybody says Solak, unless they played when Virago came out, in which case they say Virago and then they say Solak.
We want to make a mascot the boss which is built from RuneScape's greatest hits.
It's our goal to make sure that a mascot feels more intuitive, smoother, and generally more engaging to play. And we know that clearer visual cues are super important to you. And that's why, with learnings from Sanctum of Rebirth, you're going to be seeing telegraphing in this encounter, as well as full voiceover.
Something relating to telegraphing, I still think it'd be cool to go back and add telegraphing to like 10 years of bosses. I have no idea how hard it is to do that. Full voiceover, no thanks. Just turn it off. Just turn it off. It's, you can just, if you don't like it, you could just go boop, and then you're saved.
Which is going to help bring the entire narrative to life.
Has there been a Connaught release that brought thousands of live viewers like Telos did? Solak is the best Connaught release RuneScape 3 has ever had in terms of viewership. The viewership in the RuneScape, if you just look at the RuneScape 3 streamers, was somewhere between 15 and 20,000. And there was no race, no world first event. All it was a really hard boss that took 28 hours to kill.
We know group bossing is more of a hurdle for some people, especially you, Timmy. We know...
Bro, I can't wait to find out that, like, Mod Ramen just, like, has some dude that he hates named Timmy.
Not everyone wants to fight something super difficult, which is why we're including both normal mode and hard mode. In normal mode, much like the Sanctum of Rebirth last year, we'll be including that resurrection system, so you can hone the fight without the penalties of death weighing over you. But in hard mode, that's where it gets real, because death is final, but the reward's greater.
So to me, I don't know about the resurrection system. I'm not super sold on it, but I think it's fine. And I'm definitely not the kind of person that thinks that there shouldn't be a normal mode. I think that it is good to give people a chance to get their foot in the door. And then I'm hoping, like what Anna's doing right now with Sanctum is she can't do hard mode Sanctum yet. So she's practicing a normal mode and she's working her way up, and that's helping her get the confidence for hard mode. And I think that kind of onboarding is probably fine, but I do definitely think that there need to be some learnings about the drops, because normal mode to hard mode drops need to be looked at. Oh, hi, Ryan. We were just looking at the creator showdown. Is he gone? Okay, we'll go back.
That's not it. For the first time ever, we're going to be fully supporting a world-first race.
What's the feedback? We're getting there. We're watching it for the first time. Remember, I wasn't even there. Okay.
That's not it. For the first time ever, we're going to be fully supporting a world-first race. So what do I mean? Both normal and hard modes will not be available on release. Instead, a mascot will be releasing with a special mode. This mode focuses on enhancing the competition by throwing you straight.
Wait, Justice is in the chat? No way. That's my goat. Did Ryan yell yes? Wait, me? No. Someone else named Ryan, maybe. Maybe little Timmy yelled yes. Wasn't me, though.
Straight into the action without giving you the ability to learn those mechanics at an easier difficulty. This is where the best of the best will go head-to-head and fight to immortalize themselves in RuneScape history. The challenge is dialed up significantly to create one of the most epic PVM challenges. And anyone who manages to take down a mascot during the launch period will receive a unique reward to display this feat of strength. And only when a team defeats a mascot for the first time will normal and hard modes become available to everyone.
Look how hyped the chat is. Okay, so this this was really, like, as an idea, I'm really stoked, because one of the learnings, like, I got to cast the Zamorak World first race, and it was kind of fun. We were pulling like 4,000 to 5,000 viewers the whole day. The only problem is we were watching the leading team spend 40 minutes to a Slayer dungeon and then kill Zammy at 0% in rage, which was extremely easy and honestly extremely boring. It was pretty hard to keep it entertaining for 10 straight hours of casting and trying to be excited for 10 hours because it wasn't difficult, it was grindy. So the idea that a mascot is only going to release on the hardest imaginable difficulty, and then some team of champions needs to clear it to unlock the boss for everybody else, I think it's exactly what RuneScape needs, in my opinion. In terms of, we're talking about how do we attract new players? How do we get players interested in the game? How do we get eyes on RuneScape? This is how you accomplish that. So I'm extremely excited. I think it's an idea that a number of other MMOs do. I know people are saying Destiny, because it's like a Destiny, what do? They do contest mode on launch. WoW does it as well. I think there's a reason why these other games do it. And the reason is you create a moment in history, you create legends, and you create a ton of interest in who's going to clear it first. This idea of, like, I remember waking up at 5 a.m. for the Carrot Pack release, and 3 minutes after release, I had my first kill. And I remember with Zuck, waking up at 5 a.m. for Zuck, and there was a ton of interest in Zuck because old school people were like, wait, you guys are getting Zuck, there's crossover, let's check it out. And then an hour later, Lady Elisa had cleared both normal mode and hard mode Zuck. And it was just a little bit, as good as the bosses are and the content is, there wasn't a moment in time like there was when old school Zuck came out, because it was this 30-hour grind to see if Wooks was going to win. So yeah, I am super excited. I will also say this was expanded upon a little bit during the Combat Talk panel that is going to end up on YouTube at some time. And whenever it comes out, we're going to watch the entire panel because obviously it's a combat panel and that seems really good. But yeah, I'm really stoked for it. Also worth noting, I probably won't be able to participate in it. I'm hoping to be involved in the production of the like world first event, but I'm so hyped, dude. It's just, this is the kind of thinking and the kind of idea and the kind of thought process that, one, really good for creators, obviously, and two, I just think it's really good for growing the game. I think this is the only way to properly really grow the game in a truly organic way, and I'm excited. What do you guys think? WoW's one is happening right now, and it's always hype. Tandril award for world first as well. Ooh. Old school had it with TOB. Yup. They have that though because they're releasing really hard content without accessibility mode. So getting a kill is really hard. So this is kind of like artificially creating that same thing. But yeah, I am deeply excited. I think it's gonna be really fun. Also, Mod Ryan says possibly think of it like normal mode is 0%, hard mode is 500, Enrage 1 is 1,000, Enrage 2 is 2,000, Enrage 3 is 4,000, and then the release mode is say Enrage 2. So it's basically, it'd be like if Zamorak came out at 2,000% Enrage. So the world first race at Zamorak, instead of watching people grind Slayer and then 1 kill and then Slayer and then 1 kill, it was all teams throwing themselves at 2000% enraged Zami, not knowing how any of the mechanics worked. I think that would have been a significantly more hype day as a person that needed to act excited for 10 straight hours as people grinded a Slayer dungeon. So yeah, anyway, I'm like, this was the thing in the keynote that I would say had me probably the most excited, just because it's I think it's a really forward-thinking idea. I think it's a really interesting concept. I think RuneScape's never done it before, and I think it's the exact kind of thinking that gets a lot of players looking at RuneScape 3 and thinking, wow, this game is really cool.
Now, whether you watch or participate, be sure to mark your calendar for the world first race. This is the greatest challenge.
No pressure, right? No, I've never felt pressure in my life, and I'm sure you and Montaraman are just absolutely dialed in.
RuneScape has ever seen.
Finally, it wouldn't be a boss release without some juicy rewards to get your hands on. First up, we're releasing 2 brand new tier 95 weapons, each with their own unique passives and special attacks. For our necromancers out there, we have a new necromancy arm.
What does release period means? So release period means until the boss is... Oh, no, surely there's a release period too. Yeah, never mind.
Guard. And this ain't any old glove, as it's built to bring the power to your soul's build.
Okay, that's interesting to me. So the idea here is it's an arm guard. Does that make it a land? That makes it a death guard. Yeah. So it's a death guard that buffs your souls. Wait, has anyone done an edit where it's with like the new death guard leaked and then it's someone with the 5 souls, but it's like, hold up, I might literally make it myself. Okay, just imagine like 20 souls. Just stacked and then stacked and then stacked and then stacked. Oh, it'd be so funny. How many seconds do you think it'll take me to make? If I can do it in less than 2 minutes, I'm gonna do it. That's about the level of effort I'm willing to put in. Bladed Dive, thank you so much for the 59 months. I appreciate it. That's very much appreciated. Okay, hold up a quick second. This is important. Hold up. There we go. Okay. And then please find a singular preset with necromancy. Huge. Okay. And then all right, hold up. This is gonna be a leak of the new arm guard, okay? We're just missing the living soul ability. Oh, instead of living death, it's living alive? living live? Okay. So now, let me check on a repo bar so I don't lose my souls. Okay. Okay, hold up. All right, we're open up Photoshop. 1 second. I just don't want to leak my next 20 projects. Okay, perfect. That's done. That's done. Pardon my face. My computer's about to crash. Nope, everything's fine. Shout out to Adobe Creative Cloud for being great. Okay, so what I'm imagining here is imagine just Okay. There. There. And then, okay, I'm going to do a very bad job of this, but that's okay. Just imagine for a brief second. I will actually say this too, genuinely, if we're talking about like a soul build, I like the concept of it because I think it'll be pretty cool to be able to actually experience a build. Where like certain instances you want more souls, certain instances you want necrosis. Like I think it's a good way to make things interesting without adding too much power creep. You know? Okay, so in my head, this is what's going to happen the second you put on the new arm guard. What do you guys think? Can you imagine volley of soulsing? Imagine flanking 30 times in a row. Oh my god, it would be literally still weaker than range too. That's the best part. But yeah, what do you guys think? So anyway, Mod Ryan, if you're looking for inspo for the new rewards, I just wanted to kind of throw my hat in the ring. Clearly, I'm capable of extremely deep thought. And yeah, looks solid. Let us use it. Perfect. Awesome. I was gonna make these ones bigger too, but I don't think I have it in me. I think that's gonna take too long. Think, imagine if I just cut out all of the... Oh no. Okay, we're down the rabbit hole now. It's too late. I would unironically use this though. Unironically, I would use this. One's in chat if you would like this to be an actual thing. But yeah, anyway, sorry I'm on Riot. I know it's pretty disrespectful of me to like leak the new weapon plans, but I mean, obviously, how could this not be the winner? Dude, can you imagine the lag spike you would get when you volleyed this many souls? Bro, my graphics card would literally light on fire. I could use it to heat my house in the winter. Oh, that would be great. All right, perfect. You know what you could do if you were having like GPU issues where like the solder was like, you know, wearing out, where usually you need to like put it in the oven to like fix all the connections. You wouldn't even have to do that. All you would have to do is just collect max souls and then eat them all. That's pretty big. All right. Anyway, I think we can all agree this is worth the time. And then we go here, and then we go here, and then we go there, and then we go command add new weapon. The new weapon. The new necromancy weapon. Weapon was leaked. All right, perfect. Tell all your friends. Change the training dummy to Little Timmy. All right, anyway, sorry. Thank you guys for humoring me. I felt like it was the right thing to do. All right.
Also,
back into the keynote. But yeah, in general, I'm okay with another necromancy weapon. I think a lot of players use necromancy, so it makes sense to want a necromancy weapon. And I think builds is a good way to lower power creep, because instead of just making a tier 100 Omni Guard that's better than the Omni Guard, but you still bring the Omni Guard for the spec, I like the idea that it could be like, I'm going to use the word side grade, is it could be a side grade where it's better for certain things and worse for others. I like that.
Releasing a new melee weapon with an attack range of 2. Giving you more reach in those AoE situations. And for the spellcasters out there.
Okay, sorry. What do you guys think about this? I think it's time. I think the Nox Scythe, it is time for it to die. It's been best for so long that I'm personally pretty ready. It's about time. Scythe will still be good because biting is still the best perk for just about everything. But these look really nice too. I mean, I think thematically, a pointier one like this first one is probably more thematically sound. This would look really cool, but I can't imagine getting new animations for like, if every attack animation was changed so that you were like doing stuff with that and you're like Darth Maul, I'm in. But yeah, I think in general, this looks too similar to a Kopesh to me, these ones, but in general, a light-themed 2H Scythe weapon is just absolutely fire. I'm so excited. Yeah, Iron Haraxor in shambles right now. It's okay, you can change your name to Iron Nakatra. Think about it. But yeah, these just look like Kopeshes. I mean, I like the idea of like a dark Kopesh, but yeah, no, to me, I mean, that looks so cool. You know what it reminds me of?
My mic slipped off.
You know what it reminds me of, actually? It reminds me of, there's a sword override called like the gold sword override. Do you guys know what I mean? Here, wait, I'm gonna pull it up. I wonder if it'll drop in pieces or as a weapon. I hope you just get the weapon. I've done a lot of thinking about this. There is nothing less hype. Like the clip for before, like for my Golden Gnome nomination, where the clip goes like, oh my God, I got 2/3 of a weapon. And I was excited about that. It made my head hurt because like, bro, why was I getting hyped about 2/3 of a weapon? Just give people the weapon. I know it's like a bad luck mitigation related thing. Like I understand how the math works on it, but get the whole weapon. It is so much more hype. Okay. Wait, we could leak the new Nakatra weapon too. Hold up. Wait, why isn't it on fire? Wait, how do I light it on fire? It's broken? What? What do you mean it's broken? Bro, how am I gonna spread misinformation on the internet? Wait, I have an idea. Okay. We put this on. We angle our screen just perfectly so that it looks like the fire from the War's Retreat thing is touching the katana. Okay. Perfect. But yeah, anyway. Dude, I used to run around. This is my main weapon, by the way. Kind of nuts. It actually kind of looks nice, though. Holy moly. Anyway. Okay, so we've also got magic rewards, I think.
We're introducing a brand new set of magic
Hi,
power armor
Wombonian as well. Thank you so much for the subs. I appreciate it. Very kind.
inspired by the robes of a mascot.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
But, oh, my mic slipped off. We're introducing a brand new set of magic power armor inspired by the robes of a mascot.
Wait. Hold up. We need to revisit this meme page. So you're telling me we now have a Masket magic robe. And we also have Masterwork magic robe. And then we have, okay, who's holding up the Masket magic robe? Big Cat. Wait, where does Sliske go? I can fix it. Can I add a... Oh, I can add a 5th one. Okay, so we're getting... That's a lot of magic. That's a lot of robes. Wait! What if we got all these robes because I hacked the Jagex mainframe and I specifically demanded infinite magic upgrades because my group Iron Man is magic locked? What do you think? This is a classic certified book bearer wand wielder classic. That's actually a crazy though, to get Masterwork magic robes and a Masket robes. That's crazy. I mean, I'm interested to see how they're going to be different. Like, the only thing I can think of is, like, if the Masterwork magic robes are tank, maybe it would be interesting. But, yeah, that's actually crazy. I almost feel like giving Tectonic a set effect at this point feels, I don't want to say pointless, but, like, how is it going to compete with Catgirl robes?
But that's plenty of spoilers for now. And there's much more where we want to reveal closer to the launch.
That's all we have time for, but be on the lookout for more information soon. Myself and Mod Ramen look forward to that group invite on a Masket's release. But if you're here at RuneFest, don't forget to stop by, have a chat with us, or come by to the combat panel tomorrow.
I miss RuneFest so much.
Thank you so much. See you out there.
RuneFest was so fun. I want to go back. It actually made me miss being in the UK as well and being, like, close to things. I just want to chat about RS all day again. Me too. Robe Runner incoming? Yeah, I will change my name to Robe Runner. Absolutely. Yeah, dude, RuneFest was so fun. I loved it. Miss being in the UK. Look, all my favorite people were there.
This future has not yet come to pass.
Okay, sorry. This caught me off guard bigly because, bro, I was getting hyped about a Masket, and then this big scary guy's flying at me. Good evening, came back to our break. Was asking what your content is right now. Will you be going back to Jam or you stream combat achievements? Main focus is the group Iron Man, but I am going to finish off the Mastery tier aura probably this week. So basically, I'm just going to stream a lot and play a lot. We're going to do dedicated group Iron Man streams and also probably might be night streams or evening streams or dedicated streams pushing Combat Mastery 2. Because I'm only missing 6 achievements from having the Master Aura. So, like, surely I should finish the Master Aura. How was Birmingham? So we were panning it when RuneFest was announced. I actually liked it. It was fine. I had no issues with Birmingham. It was cool. I mean, I didn't really leave the main area of Birmingham where we were on the NEC, but it was really nice. It was lovely. The people were nice. The food was good. The areas were solid.
And with your help, it never shall. Has not yet come to pass. And with your help...
Is that Avandis and his rod? Or is that not Avandis and his rod? What? It is his rod? Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I recognized his rod.
It never shall. Hive is a peaceful place. The people here are simple, good-hearted folk. Farmers, fishermen, miners. These are
simple, good-hearted folk. I thought I recognized his rod. It's fun when RS guy tries to lure. Hey, I am a fantastic lore hound. I might be one of the best to ever do it. The land of Iron Man, a simple people.
lands are rich and teem with life. Through gleaming rivers and ageless woods, magic sleeps beneath the earth. I have guarded this realm since the First Age, protected it from the threats of the outside world.
So, do we know who the protector of the realm is? Oh my god, when they said it was full of miners, someone said, oh no. That's crazy. Oh no. Okay, some of y'all are funny.
My
some of
people
y'all are
have
funny.
no fear of the dark, but the darkness may find them yet. I know what lurks within it. A threat I cannot face alone. Things that do not belong in our world. They poison the very land with their lust for blood. These monsters are the greatest danger my people have ever known. I am Inanna, guardian of Gothics.
Inanna. Okay, so basically, instead of asking you guys who the narrator was, I could have just waited 10 seconds.
Stand with me against these ancient, treacherous creatures.
Banana?
Their leaders.
We can call her Banana. I'm cool with that.
Will stop at...
Okay, sorry. These guys look like, there's a Warhammer faction that looks like these guys. I can't remember which one because I haven't played Warhammer in like 17 years, but yeah, these look like Warhammer, like painted Warhammer models. Anyway, not important.
Nothing. Heed my call, hero, and save Havenheim.
Wait, heed my call? Zamarok mentioned?
From this terrible fate.
Dude, chat's going crazy. Chat is pogging like no other. Look at this. They must have got all the nice things out of the way before the golden gnomes from the keynote. And then, you know, surely.
Please welcome Mod Blackwitch, Mod Jack, and Mod Steel.
Dude, Mod Blackwitch's hat, 100,000 out of 10.
Hello again. I'm still Mod Jack.
I'm Mod Blackwitch.
And I'm Mod Steel. Hive. Sounds pretty cool. But what is Hive?
Good question.
Well, it's a lot of different things.
Hive is a new...
The second Mod Jack said it's a lot of different things, I was like, I've heard that one before. It's a Fort Frintry talking point.
New location. It's a mysterious and isolated land to the east of Mauritania, filled with lost history and bountiful resources. You all saw the danger and excitement in that amazing trailer, but that's not all there is to Havenhide. It'll also be full with gentle whimsy and mystery, as that variety is so important for what makes RuneScape.
Everyone asks, what is Havenheith? But no one asks, how is Havenheith? We already know Haven Hive is war-ridden. It's not going so good, Iron or Axor.
Haven Hive will...
Why are you watching all this stuff? I mean, you're at RuneFest. Do you not see these announcements, or are you just there for your part and then basically just left? Oh, I was there the whole weekend. I've seen this. I was there in person experiencing it, but I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and share my thoughts on it with you guys. So I wanted to come home and then watch it with you all. It's something that I've done after every RuneFest. Even the ones that I've been to. I think it's a really fun kind of way to chat with you guys about how things are going.
We'll have a very varied landscape, and you'll get to explore all of its different biomes throughout the year. I'm personally incredibly excited that we get to make Haven Hive, as this has given us a whole new area on the overworld to fill with content for all of you to explore.
Okay, so we've got Canada. Okay. North of Canada, we've got Greenland. And then other side of the world, surely this is Wales. And then this is Norway.
Haven Hive is a storyline, a quest series. You'll journey to a new land and meet new characters. You'll uncover new lore, secrets of a time never explored before in RuneScape. And you'll face a new threat, one feared even by Gillenor's greatest predators.
Why Norway? Because I think Norway has a lot of trees.
Haven Hive is a series of updates, each with their own new location and content to play. And it will all come together into a grand adventure, which you'll experience throughout the year. And I think it's going to be something really special.
The story... We didn't put in pause for applause there.
Yeah, see, that in the video, it feels really weird because the audience wasn't mic'd up. Because it felt like one person clapped and then Modjack paused. But in reality, it was a pause. It was an applause loud enough that, like, Modjack had to stop talking.
The story begins as you're called to Haven Hive to save it from a never-before-seen breed of vampire. After assembling a team of eccentric vampire hunting experts, you arrive on the west coast to discover the gentle town of Wendelwick.
Wendelwick is Haven Hive's largest settlement. It's an idyllic coastal town, surrounded by impressive cliffs and waterfalls. The town itself reflects its inhabitants, with all of their lovingly crafted houses showing their owners' personalities and quirks. You'll get to know the townsfolk by exploring their homes, inspecting their furniture, and all around making them feel really uncomfortable by just going in and invading their personal space. Seriously, why is everyone just letting you walk into their home and like examining their stuff?
That's a good point.
Wendelwick will feel new, but familiar at the same time. And once you travel beyond the town, you will find smaller settlements and farms, surrounded by peaceful glades and fields, and beautiful fairy tale-like forests filled with plenty of gorgeous locations for skilling.
Nice bit of music, nice location, some skilling, with a cup of tea and some snacks. That sounds like heaven to me.
You'll meet local characters like Adam the Woodcutter, whose common sense...
It does look a little like Catherby, but with more verticality. I'm excited with the waterfall, though. Can you imagine just waking up and then, like, standing under that? It'd probably fix my back. Also, there's a little bit of detail. That's called the Cozy Crab. Do you think they sell a Krabby Patty there?
Sense wisdom has led his people through crises in the past. Or Esther the herbalist, who always cautions rationality. And Jaw the hunter, his brash aggression is always giving Esther plenty to do. You'll meet Inanna, a guardian of Guthix.
Banana?
Who's watched over these lands through the ages.
Banana mentioned?
Everybody wants to stroke her fur, but nobody dares to.
There is a Pokemon that looks just like that one. Fire Banana is a... Is it Rapidash? How'd I do? Flareon? Okay, I tried.
She tells you of the vampire threat and what must be done about it. But for now, Wendelwick is safe, and it's up to you to make sure that doesn't change.
Since Wendelwick is a relaxing, chill place, it'll have relaxing, chill gameplay. We're going to start out with some classic RuneScape shenanigans, reminiscent of places like Lumbridge or Taverley. There'll be more to do here than we're telling you today, but in the forest near town, you can level your hunter to 110.
Ooh, okay. I like the idea of adding 110s to the releases and the expansions of this. It was mentioned like a Lumbridge or a Taverley. I think it'd be really cool to be able to maybe revamp where the new player starts their game experience and maybe put them here. Possibly. I just don't feel like Berthorpe does the best job. It's just been around for so long that I would kind of be open to like a possible start point of this place, potentially.
This is where you'll get the materials to make level 90 ranged armor and level 100 masterwork ranged armor.
Surely this is just worse than Dracolich. It couldn't possibly be better than Dracolich. But maybe it'll do... Maybe all of the Masterwork armors get some kind of tanky thing that is useful for tanky things. Or I guess maybe it's cheaper too, right? Like if you did a tier 100 Masterwork ranged thing and it was a third of the price of Dracolich, then maybe that's... Maybe it's just like the weapons where the angle is it's cheaper than the legendary stuff, but it's not as good. Yeah, I don't want to go and say it's going to be dead content. It's definitely, it seems like it'll be end game dead content, but it might be cheaper or easier to make.
As well as the usual high-level training methods, we'll also be including lower-level tiers because we want Haven Hive to be for everyone.
I like that.
The story continues as you travel east, beyond the peaceful farmland, to find and face the vampires, and to explore this new land.
And to find more stuff to do.
This area rarely gets visited by the inhabitants of Haven Hive, as the land itself feels almost corrupted. Like, the vibes are just so off. You will have to make your way through misty swamps that feel like a seemingly endless labyrinth, as well as bleak moorlands.
This was like me walking home.
The landscape here is lifeless. And
at like 3 o'clock in the morning with Anna, and it's like, where did everybody go? I feel like I'm in Mortania.
Built with ancient ritual sites and by the ruins of a long-forgotten civilization. These ruins are so old, older than anything you've ever seen before. Maybe I'd even go as far as to say they might be older than Modjack.
Hey!
Maybe.
That's crazy. That is actually diabolical. Does that mean that Mod Jack is canonically from before the First Age? That's crazy.
Anyway, what are they? And who built these ruins? Perhaps we'll never know an answer to these mysteries.
These ruins date to the First Age. Not the First Age you've heard of, where humans and elves and giant animals lived together in peace and harmony. After all, 1,000 years passed between Guthix entering his first long sleep and Zaros's invasion and conquest. This is the lost First Age, when the world fell from paradise and gods, long forgotten, lay claim to its lands and its people.
This I find cool.
The area we now call Haven Hive was once the domain of one such god, an ancient tyrant who ruled through blood and fear. On the mainland, the chaos of the God Wars has obliterated almost all trace of this time. But on Haven Hive, scattered ruins still remain, undiscovered and as yet unexplored.
This is where the adventure really gets going. With the safety of the town behind, you're free to explore the dangers of this place. you'll find more enemies here, and things will start to get a little bit crazy. So there's this mysterious fog. So you'll have to use all of your skills to get through, and it's like a labyrinth. So if you just keep walking in the same direction, you'll get stuck in an endless loop. So you have to use magic cues to... OK. There'll be a mysterious fog, and we'll see about the rest.
When he said there will be a mysterious fog, everyone in the crowd burst out laughing. It didn't get picked up on the mics, but everyone was laughing at that. Like, everyone, that was one of the biggest, like, laughs in the whole keynote. It's too bad it wasn't picked up.
I can say that in the ancient ruins, we will have a brand new first stage archaeology dig site. I mean, it's not brand new. It's really, really old. That's kind of the whole point, but you get my meaning. Here, you'll uncover new mysteries to solve, more artifacts for your collection, and a powerful new relic.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
The knowledge you'll uncover here will be crucial when you face what lies ahead.
So we've got 2 sections now.
We approach the finale as you prepare to face the vampires in the heart of their power.
The further you travel, the more strange and dangerous Haven Hive becomes. And here, vampires are not the only threat to your survival. The landscape is treacherous, and you'll have to make your way over sharp rocks and ravines, and rivers that look like blood.
Can I fish in those rivers?
I wouldn't recommend that. Either way, eventually, you will make your way.
Why did Ryan look annoyed by the follow notification? No, I wasn't annoyed by it. I looked to where it usually is, but it's my GIM runecrafting. This is why I don't play RuneScape on the side when I'm streaming. So I looked to where it usually went to read it, and then I didn't see it, and then I looked annoyed because I was like, wait, where did it go? And then I caught it before it disappeared on the other monitor.
To the ancient first stage city of Shurugba. This city is filled with blood magic. And
You're going to bed. Take care, Mod Ryan. Have a good evening.
And in the center of it all is a huge red portal.
Thanks for coming by.
I'm sure that will be fine and is nothing for us to worry about.
Huge red portal straight to Zamorak.
It's an open portal to Vampirium, the world of blood and the origin of all vampires. The primordial strigoi that emerge from it are a very old breed of these creatures. They vaguely resemble the atavistic Venators, ancestors of the so-called true vampires, those degenerate pretenders. Has Drakan's fall freed them from some dismal oubliette, or are there deeper plots at work on their world? The twin blood knights that lead them seem far from dismal monsters, but they still stand.
Okay, so we've got the Strigoi, who are like the original vampires, and then you've got Blood Knights. These guys look like abyssal creatures a little bit. I know they're not. I know they're unrelated. But the Blood Knights look kind of insane. Like, this guy up here is absolutely terrifying.
Between you and the portal.
Now,
this feels like
we're
TOB.
deep behind enemy lines, so the danger really ramps up here. You'll find yourself fighting all manner of beasts. With all these vampires, strigoi, and creatures around, that means plenty of combat, including new Slayer tasks and rewards. And all of this builds towards a cathartic finale and a big, bad boss fight. There'll be no shortage of action and danger here in Haven Hive. Mod Ramen and Mod Ryan have plenty of ways to kill you all.
Wait. Oh, wait, Mod Ryan just left, so we can't ask him. Wait, does that mean that Mod Ramen and Mod Ryan are making 2 back-to-back bosses? They could be the 2-time? That'd be pretty sick. I would feel great about that.
Little Timmy.
Cue cards.
You've been saying that.
But even with the defeat of the Blood Knights, there's still a working portal to one of the most dangerous places in the universe. As long as it remains open, Haven Hive will never be safe. As the story approaches its 2nd year, it'll be time for you to journey to the world of Vampirium.
That looks like Darkmere. That looks like the top.
Not the Vampirium you glimpse at through the window of a castle. Not a small area in a quest. Vampirium itself. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, when do I get to play all this?
The first stages of Havenhide in the town of Wendelwick will be with you all early 2026.
We'll keep
Okay.
releasing updates
9
and
months.
expanding the land as we journey east throughout the year. And I can't wait to see you all in Havenhide.
It's not too bad.
There's so much more.
Yeah, early 2026. That's 9 months from now. Is it not? No. Yeah. Yeah, it's 9 months from now. That's fine.
To say about Havenhide, and you'll find out more
Okay,
later in the
the
year.
next reveal is the biggest
For now,
one.
if you have questions,
The biggest one of
you
all.
can find us all at tomorrow's panels, or you can just find us here on the floor at RuneFest. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, on to the next.
Please welcome to the stage.
I think I'm not as bullish on Havenhide. I think the themes are really cool. I think it could lead us maybe back into a vampire questline continuation, which would be really, really nice, and I think a lot of people would like. But I'm not like super, super bullish on it because parts of it feel a little fort-like. And I didn't hate the fort, but it wasn't my favorite thing. I also think it wasn't terribly for me. And I'm a little, I don't want to say concerned because it's not a bad thing, but I think for me, the main thing that I'm interested in with Havenhide is the boss at the end and possibly the story. I'm not as fussed about the skilling methods. I'm not as fussed about Masterwork range armor. I'm not as fussed about 110 Hunter. I'm not as fussed, but that's like my own personal playstyle, right? I play a couple specific ways. So either Havenhide will be really, really cool the whole way through, or for me, it might just be like, until we get to the last boss, and then it'll be sick.
Maud Hooley and
All right,
Maud
that's the big one, team.
Well, I mean, how amazing does so much of that content look? There's so much I want to play. And yes, woos, I like woos. Look, I hope you're as excited about it as we are. Now, I felt like we couldn't finish a RuneFest without the legendary Mod Timbo, everybody. Please welcome in. Mod Timbo, would you like to do the honors and summarize what we have coming up this year in RuneScape?
Yeah, I mean, they mic'd me up and put me on the stage, so I guess I might as well, right? What a RuneScape ahead. First of all, we have 110 rune crafting, launching this coming Monday. And we're throwing a new rune into the mix, the Time Rune.
Okay, so this is the full roadmap,
Then
yeah.
we have 110 crafting in June, letting you get your hands on new high-tier craftable magic armor. Then we're back to the invention table with augmentable thieving and rune crafting tools. That's coming in May, and it comes with a little sprinkle of skilling perks, so you can roll endless gizmos to try and get those perfect rolls. In April, we go back to the desert with Pharaoh's Folly. Try and say that 5 times fast. Where you'll finally get to
Wait, okay, so skipped over, but it looks like the Masterwork Legendary Weapon improvements, that's going to be March. That's kind of soon. Soonish?
To confront a corrupted Osman. Then, as we enter July, leading into the Eclipse of the Heart, a finale to the Desert Quest series as old as RuneScape itself, you will get to face a Mascot the Devourer.
That's looking pretty autumny.
Speaking of which, our new group boss, a Mascot, will release in August with a new special difficulty mode to get all you PVMers pumped. As rewards go, you'll also get your hands on a new Necromancy arm guard and an opportunity to cosplay as a Mascot. And the
Bro, so many people are so hyped about that.
brand new high-tier 95 magic power armor. Havenhide looks beautiful and spooky.
Wait, was that a different reward? Wait, what?
Cosplay as a Mascot and the brand new high-tier 95 magic power.
Okay, so then it is, okay, so it's tier 95. So it's not tier 100. Okay, because that wasn't in the keynote.
Armor. Havenhide looks beautiful and spooky in equal measure. A new area expansion coming next year, which we can adventure and take the fight to the vampires. Perhaps even using a deadfall trap to catch them with 110 Hunter.
I think you missed the big gap up there, mate.
Wait, what?
That thing.
Oh, well, I mean, we weren't allowed to talk about designing a new skill, so.
I knew someone was going to say that on stage.
I don't know what it could be.
This.
Wait.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about that.
I mean...
Wait, what did he say about a new skill?
Someone was going to say that on stage. That thing.
Oh, well, I mean, we weren't allowed to talk about designing a new skill, so.
Wait, does that mean that they are designing a new skill? All right, right now, chat, what do you think the skill is going to be? I still want Mod Ryan's take on astrology. No. Yes. That's what I want. Sailing? We already have sailing. Guys, come on. Enchanting, horse riding, drop kicking, gaming, ice skating. I'm already 200 mil ice skating. That'd be good. Equestrian, space travel, bank standing, shamanism, veganism, bond buying, gunsmithing, flying, gaming. Surely.
I knew someone was going to say that on stage.
Gambling.
I don't know what it could be.
Gambling. Can you imagine? How would you gain gambling XP? Oh no. You know, don't answer that.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about that.
I mean, can I be hammy?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Okay. Indulge me. It's my first RuneFest. It's amazing to be here. I know it is for many of you. Let's hear it, RuneFest. Do you want to see what's behind that? Let's do it.
See, there were points where the crowd noise was really coming through, but it felt like the crowd got turned up specifically when there was an expectation of a big reaction, and then all the natural ones just got cut out.
Indulge me. It's my first RuneFest. It's amazing to be here. I know it is for many of you. Let's hear it,
Wait,
RuneFest. Do you want to see what's behind that? Let's do it.
Go on, then.
Wait, did you just hear someone say looking for group? Did you hear how loud that was? No, here, I'm going back. Someone said looking for group. That was so loud. I'm hearing no, LFG, looking for group. Surely LFG, that's, you guys don't know what LFG means. Come on. That's crazy. I wish that were me.
Right. Leagues is finally coming to RuneScape.
I had a line here to say, I hope you're as excited as I am. Yeah, you are. That's amazing. Now, many of you obviously know what that is based on your reaction, but for anyone watching at home, do you want to just quickly say, what is a Leagues if they haven't already peered over at Old School and kind of got a vibe for what it is?
There is a lot to cover about Leagues, but I'll try and cover it very briefly. Leagues is a limited time game mode where you start again from the beginning, but this is no ordinary Gillinor that you log into. Accelerated XP rates, rare drop rates, a brand new theme, and as you travel through the land, you'll discover tasks to complete, which unlock awesome, overpowered new items, passives, to really change how you play the game. While there is so much more that we'd like to say on the stage today, more information will come out through the year, and you can ask those questions tomorrow at tomorrow's keynote panel. But you can expect to have the same rush as an old school league, with a sprinkling of RuneScape flavor added, much like how we designed Group Iron Man.
I literally cannot wait, and I'm guessing by this room, many of you can't. So there you have it, RuneFest. In 2025, you are getting a packed year, including our first ever leagues, a group boss with a challenging mode that will only be available on release for the world's first race, the end to an iconic desert quest line you've all been waiting for, loads of awesome skilling content and more. And then in 2026, the spotlight turns to Hive, where we travel to a new area of Gillinor to discover, uncover, and unearth what lies there. And I guess thanks to Timbo, you also know that RuneScape has a new skill now in development. We hope all the plans today have brought you some real joy. Thank you so much for being here. We'd love to hear what you think. If you're here on the show, come grab any of the people you saw today. Let us know what you think. Let us know what we're excited for. If you're out there in the community, you've joined this moment too. We want to hear from you out in the community. Let us know what you're excited for. Let us know your thoughts. Other than that, there's nothing to say, except thanks so much all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of RuneFest, and we'll see you in Gillinor. Bye.
Pyrus, what did you say? Can the new skill be macro ring? So Pyrus, usually when you're recommending a new skill, you want to recommend something that you don't already have 200 mil in. So you may want to try again on that. I mean, you have nothing to do. Am I going to be a part of the Mascot World First Race? So I actually don't know. Here's the thing. If I am asked to help out with a mascot and help make it the best boss it possibly can be, I will absolutely do that. And then if I do that, then I won't be able to participate in the World First Race, obviously. But I don't know. If I'm not asked to help with a mascot, or I guess if I said no, which I've already said I'm not going to, if I was asked, then I could. So I don't know for sure if I'll compete or not. If there's no, like, if I'm not helping out with the boss, I will 1,000,000% be participating. But if I am helping with the boss, I think we'll do something similar to what happened with Zamorak, where I got to help out with Zamorak a little bit, provide some feedback on some stuff. And then because I couldn't play it on launch day, what I did instead is I got to cast and host the World First event. So yeah, we'll see. I would like to be, I'll definitely be involved in some way, whether it's in the production side or the actual playing side. One of the two. Did I try fruit pastels? I didn't. Which would I rather do? Ooh, it's such a good question. I think I would rather, I mean, it's something that RuneScape's never done before. I think I'd rather play it, but to be honest with you, like, it's a big new risky maneuver, and if I can help guide it into a place where it turns out even slightly better than it would have otherwise, that's like the better option. But yeah, seems really good. I'm so excited. Hadn't considered might still be on the other side. Best luck either way. It looks like it's gonna be banger content. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. But yeah, we'll see. If I'm freed up to play it, I will play the absolute crap out of it. I'm so excited, but yeah. I feel like I might be the only person who's disappointed in RuneFest this year. So what weren't you excited about? Because yeah, I'm pretty excited about the roadmap. My hot take is that this roadmap without leagues is probably like an 8 out of 10 or a 7.5 out of 10. And that's without the biggest, best update of the year. So that's why it gets like a 9 in my books, like to me as an overall. Hi, Ice Hockey. Congrats on the Golden Gnome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I was shocked to come home with best streamer and best video creator. I don't know that that's happened before. Maybe it has, but one person and one Golden Gnome's taking home both. And I was just really, really, really thankful and appreciative of all the people that supported the stream, supported the videos, voted for me. It actually meant the world. So yeah, super cool. I've got them displayed behind me proudly, and I'm very, very excited about it. It lights the fire even more to just continue making even more better stuff. Like there's so much more that I want to do, and I know that we can do. And especially in a year where 7 months of the year I was working full time, to think that I'm now going into this year having significantly more time for content creation. Like I want to keep pushing the limit on what we can do. And I actually feel like I have the time and the ability to do that now. So I'm excited. Comparing WoW World First Race. I'm a tiny bit scared about getting the difficulty right. Do you have any thoughts about that? With WoW, there's both race to gear as well as possible. Land the boss under geared, along with technical challenges involved, managing 40 people. Do you have any thoughts how to translate to RuneScape? Are the best heroes to be 5 people with BIS? I don't know. I mean, I think this is the infancy of a big, crazy idea. So I think other games have probably developed it to a point where they know exactly which buttons they want to press. I'm not surprised that RuneScape's one. Like, my guess is it's going to be a pretty basic version of that implementation. I think the objective isn't for it to be the best thing it could possibly be and industry leading. It's, can this idea and this concept be captured and make something good and something special? And I think that's the bar to clear. So it doesn't need to compete with how WoW does it. It needs to be a good version of what RuneScape does for it. Hi, Dr. Mel. Ryan is just an absolute unit. Thank you. Personally, I was really happy with the mascot being announced. The leagues ascended my excitement. Yep. I was kind of in the same boat. I was very excited. Am I bringing back your video series showcasing PvP viability? No. No PvP viability, but I will test stuff out. Do I think it'll be a Trailblazer? I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a theme. I will say this, though. If you look at this whole roadmap, okay, a mascot should put a ton of eyes on RuneScape, and then Leagues following up a mascot right away. If Leagues is done in a way that it is attractive to old school players during an old school, like, I don't want to say content drought, but like not during a dead man mode or not during a whatever for old school, because an old school account is a RuneScape 3 account, and because Leagues is free to play if you have a RuneScape 3 account, like it's not an extra membership, basically what you're saying is every single old school player can try RuneScape 3 Leagues for free. And if that is the case, I think going a mascot into Leagues could be the absolute biggest thing that RuneScape 3 has probably ever done in terms of growing the game. Not to like overhype it, because, you know, it could be implemented poorly, but I'm saying if implemented correctly, this is the we are so back moment. It is going to be so big. And yeah, so I think that's what I'm most excited about. It's not that like, oh, there's good content coming out, there are cool quests, there's cool story stuff, because all that stuff is interesting and it's good for the core. But these are the things that put RuneScape in front of new players. These are things that grow the game and grow the community. So I'm excited, and I am ready, and I am so stoked. And I hope it comes out in a good spot. I hope it's not soured in any way by MTX stuff. I hope that it's just an amazing, pure RuneScape experience that people absolutely love. I hope Haven Height is like Prif. Yeah, that could be cool too, where Prif came out in different waves. If old school Leagues at the same time, that'd be really sad. Yeah, no, I think the timing is really, really important. And I think if it's implemented right at the right time, it's going to put RuneScape 3 in front of so many people. I'm so excited. I was really expecting the new land to be Zia. Yeah, I think for that, to me, it's the reminder that RuneScape 3 and old school are very different games and like different things and exist for different reasons. And I think to me, I'm glad it's not something from old school, because then it will always be compared to the thing from old school. And I think in general, that can be a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but I think sometimes it can be a bad thing too. So yeah, I think to me, I'm generally very excited for this roadmap. I think it's going to be an exciting year for RuneScape players. Obviously, the most important thing is when these things come out, do they come out good, right? That's always the hardest thing to nail, is like, as exciting as an announcement is, it needs to actually come out good. Great way they can handle leagues for both games is swap years. This year RSC next year old school repeat. I think that would be cool, but I also think the way the dev teams are ran, I don't think old school would give up a leagues for RuneScape 3, and nor should they have to, and they're just that much of a bigger game. But I think if it's strategically put in the right spot, it could be incredible for the whole franchise. I'm excited for the World First Race. Me too. It was nice meeting you at RuneFest in the club. Oh no. Nice to meet you too, the Nailer. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. So I got to meet so many people at RuneFest. It was very cool. What a fun experience to get to do that. Also, guys, we got a whole rune crafting level while watching reveals. That's pretty large. Why can't they weave leagues between RC and old school? Like, just go back and forth or whatever? Well, if the majority of the player base plays old school, that would be like... If the goal was specifically to grow RuneScape 3, that's probably how you would do it, but I don't think it's realistic to expect old school to lower their content output for RS3. Like, that would be kind of insane for them. When they're at the, like, you know, the peak of their success or their reign or whatever it is, it's kind of... Yeah. I do really hope that some old school players try leagues, though. That'd be huge for us. It would also be huge for the perception of RuneScape 3, too, because RuneScape 3... A lot of people like to flame RuneScape 3, and it's purely because they haven't experienced it, they haven't tried it, they haven't played it. It's a good game. It needs to get people in the door. Read up shortly after you replied to my last message. Just say thanks for replying. RWF is a super interesting concept. I really hope it succeeds. Thank you. Yeah, me too. I'm stoked. Do we need to lower their content output to be going 1-to-1? Yes, because RuneScape 3 stuff takes longer to make and is more costly to make than old school stuff. So probably. What's my next goal on the Group Ironman? Yeah, so I need to outline all of the Group Ironman goals. Because, yeah, that is super important. And it's been a bit, and we need to get back into it proper. Holy lag spike. What? So the first order of business on the Group Ironman is to be able to log into the game. Do we still have a full team? No. So there was an update I gave earlier today is that we are a 4-person Group Ironman now. Saw that foe from old school was thinking about trying leagues. Also worried it was going to come out at the same time as sailing. Yeah, it needs to come out at the right time. It has to, or it's just kind of doomed. But yeah, so the main goals for the Group Ironman. First off, late last night, Legos got Cinderbane gloves, which is absolutely insane. I don't see them sitting in storage for me to borrow, unfortunately. But that was the big update is we've got Cinderbane gloves now as a group. We got 1 pair. To get everybody best in slot, Legos is missing 2 Raziel pieces and then Appraisal Codex, and that's it. Pup needs Lang Swords from Glacier. Azara's Godsword from Telos, Appraisal Codices, and then some abilities from ED2. And vestments from Zami as well. Yeoman needs a Saren Godbow and a Bolg from Zami. So that's sort of what Yeoman needs. And then for me, I need a Fractured Staff of Armadil. I need a Coroming Switch. I need all of the brand new runecrafting stuff that I have not had a chance to play whatsoever up to this point. And then the last thing that I need for my best in slot is I will need full elite tectonic. Oh yeah, Easy K as well. Yep. So my current goals are I want to get all the stuff I need to train runecrafting for the new time rune stuff because it all looks really, really strong. So for that, I need a ton of Pure Essence. I need double Surge. And that's basically all I need to start runecrafting. So I've started farming Essence. I don't have that much, but I got 26,000, which is a good start. And yeah, we just need to get a ton of runecrafting XP. As for Coroming, I need to go to Greg to get Coroming, to then go to Zuck to get Pup his Zuck sword, and to get me Magma Tempest. So that's my most immediate PVM goal, is going to be Zuck. So yeah, our next big arc is going to be a Zuck arc, which I'm pretty excited about. Have I opened the chest in the tower yet? Yes, I have. But yeah, outside of that, of course, I will still be working on the Mastery Aura on my main account. And possibly at some point, we might bring back the Hardcore Iron Man as well to maybe try to get the Mastery Aura on a Hardcore Iron Man, even though I think that's probably a terrible idea. Any Amasket leaks at RuneFest? There were tons of things leaked about Amasket at RuneFest. There was also a combat panel the day after RuneFest, or the day after the keynote, that is going to be posted on YouTube that has even more info, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so any records we get now would still count as 5 men. Exactly. So if we wanted to, we could add a new player, but I also think there's something that works out nicely about being one player for each combat style. It kind of refines the idea even further. It makes it even more simple. So we're going to stay as 4 for now. I want to know everything about the melee weapon. Dude, during the combat panel, Mod Ramen joked, but like in a slightly deadpan way, that maybe it'll have 3 tile range. And then everybody freaked out. Which is pretty funny. But yeah, did anybody have anything else they wanted to bring up or talk about RuneFest, about the Golden Gnomes, about any of that stuff? I just figure while we're here today and we do a stream focused on that, you know, we cover all of that as much as possible. If you added a new player, it'd have to be a new account. Yes, correct. Was there an ETA when the panel videos would go out? I don't think there was, but I was assuming that it was this week. Oh, yeah, the one other thing I didn't talk about was I didn't talk about the Mod Pips stepping down as CEO of Jagex. I was absolutely shocked by that. But yeah, what did you guys make of that? Jacob, so there was something on the roadmap called Combat Update, but it wasn't listed specifically as anything. It was just skipped over, so I don't actually know. Was Mod Pips at RuneFest? Mod Pips is on the showroom floor at RuneFest, hanging out with players, interacting. I got to speak with him. Anna did as well. We actually had a really funny elevator ride. We were going to a dinner with some of the people that I used to work with from the community team. And on the elevator, I jump in the elevator with Anna. And I look across and it's the CEO of Jagex. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So we made some small talk and we chatted. And I had no idea who it was, which was very funny. Which happened a couple times over RuneFest actually too. Because we got to chat with Paul Gower at the after party as well. And Anna had no idea who it was, which was very funny. And then the third time it happened as well was with Bodhi actually too, where Anna went 0 for 3 on knowing who people are. 0 for 3 from Anna. Not what you want to see. But yeah, no, it was all good. It was all good fun. But yeah, my thing about Mod Pips is I think it was very apparent in speaking to Mod Pips that he really, really cared about players. And I think he really did the best that he possibly could have in a situation where there are points where your hands are tied, right? Because even when you're the CEO, there are still forces you have to answer to. So it was one of those ideas or one of those things where I was pretty shocked because I felt like, to me, every experience I've had with Mod Pips was really, really nice and really pleasant. But at the same time, if people are feeling like it's time for a change, 8 years as CEO is no short time. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I always think in general, whenever you rock the boat, right, it could turn out better, it could turn out worse. And maybe I'm just playing it safe, thinking the known quantity was you know. But yeah, I also think it's very reasonable for Mod Pips if the reasoning given, which is just like, bro has been working like crazy for 14 years and it's time for a break and time to move on to other things. Can't fault anyone for doing that either. But yeah, I was very surprised to see the news. And I guess the only real thing to say about it is we'll have to wait and see, right? But yeah, that was the one other big RuneFest thing that I think had to happen. Other than that, I think Bodhi wasn't around before Old School. He was. So Bodhi, I would say most people would consider the GOAT of RuneScape content creation. He kind of grew the space and reached heights that no one else has ever, reached. So he's sort of like, he's the OG and the GOAT at the same time. He's been a pillar in the content creation space for years. Hi, Brewdeck. Thank you for 39 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, with that said, I think I'm going to call it here for today's stream. Before I go, though, I just wanted to say genuinely, and also sorry for the short stream today. I just think considering everything going on with my family and stuff, I should be spending time with them and I should be a little more around. If you guys didn't know, I mentioned earlier, but my grandfather passed away yesterday. So I'm, taking it a little bit easy for the next couple of days. So yeah, I'm going to be calling it here for today's stream, but it was really nice to chat. It was really nice to hang out for the first time in a good long while. Because yeah, I missed you guys over RuneFest. Obviously, the only thing I wanted to do after the keynote was go home and or go back to the hotel and like start up an impromptu stream. So yeah, really, really nice to chat. Really nice to see you guys again. And I will catch up with you all tomorrow, where we're gonna do like actual, not RuneFest recap, but actual gaming. Last thing that I wanted to say. Wait, did you make a clip called 3 Gnomes? And it's me with 2 gnomes? No, you didn't. Okay. It insinuates that I'm one of the gnomes. So, it does. These are the golden gnomes. That's pretty rude. What was this one? Okay. So, these are the golden gnomes. They're actually really nice this year. They're super heavy. Unfortunately, I had to take them out of the box they were in. So that's the actual clip. But yeah, last thing I wanted to say before we raid someone from the RuneScape directory, like we do every single day. Demo, I hope you're all thank you for the 57 months. I appreciate it. Glad yours didn't break like Omens. Oh, it did. It did. I put it back together. It broke in travel. But yeah, I missed you guys. Thank you all so much for the support. And then the last thing I wanted to say to you is just thank you so much to those that supported me over the past few years and voted for me for the Golden Gnomes too. It honestly really meant a lot to me. It was really special for me and for my family to be at home watching the award show and watching me come up on stage and watch me, spending time and being there with Anna too. So it was just a really, really special thing that I will absolutely never forget. So just another one of the 1,000 million things this community has done for me that I always really appreciate, and I will continue to appreciate for as long as I'm out here. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to find someone to raid over to. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and thank you guys so much for the warm welcome back. Really do appreciate it. This community is the freaking best, and I'm super, super proud of the community that we have here. I think it's a 1 in a million. So yeah, with that said, take care, everyone, and I am going to get something to eat. I'm going to send you guys over to Legos, who is locked in. Again, show him some love. He's doing a shared chat with Pup as well. But Pup flamed me, so please be mean.